the coffee drinks.
Are you on any of the apps?
Yes, he is.
I did it for the No, I did it for the show. I did it for the show.
Oh.
I don't have no intention of meeting these people, but I'm not paying for it.
Any of these people, there are many swipes.
Yeah, and I'm swiping all over the place. I'm swiping the wrong way. But
some are quality people, I'm sure.
No, but then it says you have a match, and then you got to go pay for it. I'm just doing it for the show, for fodder. I'm not going to dating these women.
What's your type?
I have
nice
no
question.
type. I really have no type.
Really?
No, because I'll go out and have fun with anybody.
Well, you will, but when it comes to your heart, what do you want in there?
I don't think I have a heart when it comes to that.
God, what a beautiful sentiment.
He said he's been with 500 gals.
Well, I was a whore. I was a slut.
500.
Well, I mean, 500. Yeah, I've heard that on the show before, that you've had relations.
Do you
with many
believe
women.
that?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I do.
Iggy, that's the biggest endorsement you could ever get.
It is, because nobody else does.
Because I don't think anybody else in this room has slept with 500 people. Doug?
Oh, you could put them all together. They have.
Doug, have you?
No.
We can count men.
Yeah, I think. Can we count gentlemen?
Yes.
No.
Look, I just had a job, and I lived someplace that afforded me to
The islands.
find different women every week.
This was the islands.
Yeah, and when the parents are telling you to take her out, I mean, what are you going to do?
And this
The
happened
parents?
hundreds of times. It must have happened hundreds
Well, when you
of
live
times.
there for 5 years,
They go on vacation
and you're
with
there
their
for
daughter.
40 weeks out of the year, you do the math.
And you're only wearing a bottoms.
Yeah, Speedo
Take
usually.
out my daughter.
Yeah, you take the daughter snorkeling, and that's how it starts.
But the fact is, I think because I've been single for, and I've said this on the air, and people think it's so sad. I've only been in love with one woman in my life,
And who is that?
Laura Patterson.
It was Laura Patterson.
Laura-
You know her well, don't you?
I do. I
Omaha,
love her.
Nebraska. So I've never really been a person that gets attached to women and dates and has a girlfriend, because I get bored.
Let me ask you
Broken
this.
a lot of hearts.
Is the pornography getting in the way?
Wow, what a wonderful question.
Well, maybe, because if I was dating somebody, she'd live with me, and there'd be a day I don't want to have sex. I just want to sit in my porn.
See, this is what's wrong with America.
What do we have? What's wrong with? Don't tell me it's pornography.
And it is.
No,
Yes,
no,
there was a study. There was a study that came out recently that young people, Plowhawk, right? That young people, like in their 20s and whatnot, are not having sex anymore because it's just, we have virtual reality porn. We have 1970s vintage porn. We have all these sites, right? And then this is an example, why go find somebody to love when you have, the non-commitment, no judgment, every fantasy you could possibly want right at your fingertips.
I think it's a good point.
Well, you can't.
Do you agree with the study?
Yeah, I don't think it's ruined me.
No, I'm not saying you're ruined. I'm just saying that
Because,
you chose pornography over people.
No,
Clip it off.
I would have sex with a girl. But the fact is that I like my privacy. I've been doing it for so long. It's not just the porn. It's just I come home, I just want to watch TV. Oh, come on, let's go have a drink. And I want to watch TV. Come on, let's go have dinner. I'll make dinner, and then we're going to watch TV. I don't want to leave the house. I'm just kind of
rut you're in.
No, it's just
Yeah, this
I've
is
done
a
it
rut.
forever.
I think it's the listeners really want Iggy to share with learn that he's actually been with one of our listeners' wives, and this
Is this
happened within the last what would you say 6 months?
Yeah, unfortunately, he was with her.
He was a cuck.
He would definitely
No, he wasn't a
victim.
cuck. He was. Well,
Well, tell the story. Give the people what they want.
no, they know the
I need
story.
it.
They know the story.
I wasn't on the show.
Plowhawk wasn't on the show at the time, so he would like to be
I
recounted.
furloughed myself.
He furloughed himself.
I don't want to tell it with Learn here. Just,
Why not?
You just told me you slept with 500 people. The cat's out
no,
of the
I didn't
bag.
say that. I didn't say I did
Oh.
that. Somebody else did, and you
Oh.
agreed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass
Boy,
you.
Doug, this is a lot of semantics.
I don't brag about it.
So, if memory serves, I don't even know how this happened. How did it happen?
They DM me and just said they wanted to, because I'm known for my patio. People like coming over.
You're known for your patio?
Apartment patio.
50?
What's up with that patio?
Ever since, we do TMA Lives. If it's on Dorset, I invite people over to the patio afterwards. And I'll invite 12 and 50 will show up. We've had Dillian Harper on my patio, the porn star. So I just like, in the summertime, that's what I do. I like sitting on my patio with a cup
Yeah.
of scotch or open a bottle of wine and just
That's
relax.
lovely.
And I bring people over.
There was a shooting there a couple of weeks ago. And
It's across the hall.
But it's not a violent.
I found I was just two kids playing with a gun in the
Okay.
mouth. It wasn't a crime.
right.
You've lived in the same location for how many years?
I think it is my 15th or 16th lease.
You just rent?
you.
Yeah, I don't
want to See, you don't want to commit.
want to cut my own grass.
That's what it gets
What?
down to.
You could date somebody who can cut your grass and watch TV with you.
Love you, boring girl. I'm a boring guy, but then it wouldn't be fair to her.
You are not a boring guy.
You're
I've
the
never.
antithesis, Iggy, of boring.
Anyway, this girl DM me.
You were talking about how you continue to sleep with listeners' wives.
Not continue, no.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. The Ryan Kelly Morning After exists because of the name on the show, and that's Ryan Kelly. You have been our title sponsor for a decade. You are the one we thank, and many people around town, the one that gets the blame for the show.
I do get the blame, too. I get all the glory and all the blame. I got to tell you, it's just humbling to hear what you just said. I remember I started with the text line sponsorship, and then after the first day, I go, I'll take the whole show. I love it so much. And refinance or buying a house, why'd you go anywhere else? Visit thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326240.
This St. Patrick's Day, celebrate with Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple blended, triple distilled, smooth sipping Irish whiskey. Drink as the Irish do, raising a dew and a brew and a toast to good friends and company. May you work like you don't need the money, like Jackson. Love like you've never been hurt, by Doug. Dance like no one is watching, like Ken. And live every day as if it was St. Patrick's Day, like Tim. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Glasses up to responsible drinking. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2021, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, New York.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, the Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis, you are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Timothy Mike McKernan, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode, the Peoria Plowboy, and Action Jackson with you. In our Munganess 7 o'clock hour, we are broadcasting live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, and you are watching us on YouTube, and you might notice that we are dainty. We are dainty.
But still cute.
Well, can
Cute as a button,
Yeah, you can
some
be
of us.
cute and fancy, but dainty. And that's the thing that I think is kind of fun about this show, is that we're dainty.
And that means twinkish?
Right. That's correct.
Who's the daintiest among us?
Oh, man.
I think Plowhawk has to be. I mean, he's $130. Boy, I saw you on the golf course yesterday, Plowhawk. My God. I mean,
Chiseled.
Are you chiseled?
I wouldn't use that word.
How often do you hit the weights?
Never.
Because you're a big guy. Never.
I don't think I ever have.
You've never lifted weights? Ever?
Probably not since 7th, 8th grade.
Do you have any desire to do so?
I mean, I would have a desire to stay in shape. The silhouette is here, by the way. Just
oh, nice, Doug. You can mouthify that mic.
I'm not going to.
Me
yeah, the course.
to mouthify that mic.
That's a perfect golf weather in terms of
Yesterday?
temperature. Yesterday.
Were the conditions leading to optimal scoring for the players?
Don't do that with your mouth. Don't go.
No.
Let me have some time to think.
I mean, I shot
what is
myself
that?
a 106.
Jackson,
but
this is,
But it was
Stop.
a tidy little 106?
no, the range was closed because it was a little sloppy in that range area, and I don't blame him. The tractor would have probably gotten stuck. So
Yeah.
didn't get as many practice swings, and it was like, and you haven't played in 10 months. It's, you know, I shot a 58-48, so gained 10 strokes on the back
Yeah.
nine. So,
yeah.
you know,
That's
it
not
is what
bad.
it
That's
is.
not horrible.
I
Course was in decent shape after, and they were covered in snow about a week and a half ago.
I mean, it was a little muddy,
Was it?
but I brought a towel, and me and Iggy had a grand old time.
You had golf cart? You just drive it anywhere still?
No, we kept to the rules.
Did you? Yeah. I don't believe you.
Who was
Not for a
involved in this?
second.
Who was involved in this foursome?
It was me, Iggy, and then Cletus and Mike Lee. So we had a
Mike Lee's been
threesome.
playing well.
Yeah, his trad was pretty good.
Is it nice?
Yeah, I got a video of him hitting. So Mike Lee, haven't seen him in well over a year, so he told me some new fun stories. And
About beverage cart girls in the area?
I mean, basically that topic, yeah, for the most part.
He stuck to it for 18 holes.
Yeah, it's impressive, his ability to focus.
Consistency is the key. But yeah, I had a blast. Loved it. Normandy was great, and man, I ate a ton of food there.
What in the world did you eat?
I wonder what your caloric intake is each day.
We had-
Because I think by the time we're done here, you're at about 2,500 to 3,000. For real. Like, I kind of added up in my head. What's over there today? I see a blue packet.
So I had a yogurt and a donut, and this is a fig bar.
Doug, that's a fig bar. New sponsor on the show, Fig Bar.
Now, it's packaged like it might be a little bit healthy, or is
Yeah,
that
it's all natural, whole grain.
So that's better.
I would guess
better off
that's
eating it than not eating it.
Yes, I would guess that, Doug. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to say that's 300 calories, 35 grams of carbohydrates in that package. Hey!
38 grams of carbs, and I can't find.
It doesn't give you the calories. That's usually a big number there.
It's not on there.
Huh?
Oh wait, there it is. 200 calories.
200.
Per serving, and there's 2 in there.
There's 2 in there. It's 400 calories.
So 400 calories and 76 grams of carbohydrates.
Yep.
Well, we're underway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
You don't ever gain a pound either.
I had the hot dog, the Milky Way, and the sour cream and
Doug, you have
chips
to wash that down with a Milky
on
Way.
the front 9.
I don't know how you don't have an upset stomach all the time eating that stuff.
It was good. I mean, it was my lunch. Went out there right after, edited, left here about 11, and 11:15, got to the course, and, chipped and putted.
I'm not sure I eat 400 calories a day.
You don't eat until dinner, right?
Yeah. And last night I just had chicken that I had in the crock pot. I put that in when I went to play golf, and then that was ready to go when I got home.
What were your seasonings, boy?
Nothing.
Just straight chicken.
Yeah, I was just...
Doug Chickadee-dee.
Yeah, I can eat it.
I got home, and it had been in there for 5 hours, so it was perfect. And I said, I'm going to take a shower. Took a shower, and then just, I really don't feel like doing anything. I don't want to make any vegetables. I just eat the chicken.
Yeah.
I just ate the chicken.
The whole chicken? The whole fryer?
No, I ate two thighs.
Dark meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the dark meat.
I'm not a white meat guy.
And nothing to go with it?
Just 2 pieces of chicken on a plate.
So you didn't put any seasoning on before you put it in there?
No, I didn't. Normally I did, but I was running late, and I said, I got to throw this chicken in before I head to the golf course.
No, chicken's so good. You can eat it without
You didn't
seasoning.
put 1 grain of salt on it?
No, I don't put salt on anything.
I threw some pepper on there when I ate it. But
There you go. No, I don't put any of that stuff on there.
so that was
Not
my
for
dinner
health
last night.
reasons. I just don't. I don't eat salt.
And then 2 Dove bars.
Oh, a couple of ice cream bars.
So that threw the 1,000 calories right there, probably.
Well, but it was good, wasn't it?
I'm on a Dove bar kick.
They're great. Yeah.
Oh, they need to be bigger. They're not that big.
Just take on multiples at a time.
That's why I eat 2 of them. They're not big enough.
Ate a ton of Twizzlers and honeycomb.
Did you?
Had a this like Philly cheesesteak. It was like a rice bowl, but it was
a Philly cheesesteak rice bowl on hole 12.
Like a rice bowl.
No,
They
this is
serve
when
that I didn't see that on the menu.
Home. No, that wasn't at Normandy. And I just kept eating. Had like 7 or 8 Twizzlers, and then I went to the honeycomb and.
You eat like you're 5 years old.
I know, it's bad.
I don't think I'm a big fan of the Philly cheesesteak. That's my hot take for the day.
Wow.
I could take it or leave it.
Wow. Well, I guess you're right. It's not something I go to often anyways.
Yeah.
What's your favorite treat, boy?
In, like in terms of anything?
Any treat you can have.
Wow.
Doug, I really put this man to the test.
Oh, you did.
I would say a spicy brat.
It's a nice play. It's a nice play.
Like
What kind of condiment?
I do the mustard.
What kind of mustard?
See,
Jeez,
I just
Jackson's.
do the yellow. The Dijon has too much of like I'm at the dentist taste to it. I just don't like the Dijon.
Do they sell Dijon flavored toothpaste?
Well, it tastes like the numbing
Sign me up.
mechanism they use,
Oh,
like
does
a
it?
numbing agent that they use.
I hear what you're saying.
So I like yellow mustard on both a hot dog and a brat, but a spicy brat, like a really hot brat,
You'd take that over anything else.
yeah, I think I would.
Huh.
I'm simple.
Well, yeah, you're a simple.
Yeah, you give me a bacon wrap fillet, that sounds good.
You
but
don't insist on fine dining.
I don't even find anything, Doug.
Hey, you may have talked me into Boston. I have some Johnsonvilles at home.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Doug. No fish for you today. I didn't do any cooking last night.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And we have Strode family game night Friday, so I'm going to cook on Friday for the family.
Fish?
Shrimp tacos.
Shrimp tacos on Friday for the family. What games will you be playing?
We always play left, right, center. I mean, we're a bunch of gambling degenerates.
Yeah.
So left, right, center. Maybe
That's not really gambling. That's just pure luck.
there's money involved.
Yeah.
And maybe categories.
All right.
Something to look forward to. We welcome you to get involved on the program. So many ways to do it. Friends have already gathered in the YouTube chat. 166 people here in the early going. It's 7:16 in St. Louis. YouTube.com/TMASTL. Text into the show. You can use the Morning After STL app. Download that from the App Store, and you can communicate with the show that way. And then you can also text in the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox 314-881-TMA5. Call in to our Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line 636-9004-TMA. And you can email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air Heating and Cooling. Iggy called it yesterday, Doug. Said it's going to be over 80 degrees. Guess what? Shipped it. As a matter of fact, Plowhawk, we have audio of him calling this shot.
Oh, have we?
Yeah. I mean, he nailed it with Sepp Straka last week, and he's hitting on his forecast, I feel like, every time he brings it up.
Yeah, I've yet to lose.
Right.
Well, if you got 75, 76 on your
I got
app,
77 on my app, Iggy.
well, throw those apps away because I'm going to say something here.
Oh, my God.
It will hit 80 degrees today.
Oh, my God.
It will hit 80 degrees today. My
see it
Doppler this
anywhere
morning had it 81.
That would be an all-time record.
But I didn't warm it up a lot this morning. I went right to it, so normally that would have, once it warms up, it'll go down a degree. So I think it hits 80 today.
Well, he shipped it.
What, to get to 82?
Yeah, he shipped it.
Yeah.
And the forecasts around town and on our app, Doug, we're saying 76, 77. And then Iggy took a chance. He didn't just say, I think it'll get to 78 or 79.
I set a record, and we broke the record. Beer Cats, you want to text in?
314-881-TMA5.
Angry Beaver has a party at 11.
You're acting kind of small now.
Well, man,
He has Sepp Straka, and he has the forecast.
when I haven't missed,
You've missed. You've missed on some snow.
no, I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, you guys are, when I say,
A couple times we had 6, 7 inches. He said we were going to get like a dusting.
well, when you're measuring snowdrifts.
Yeah, Doug, stop measuring snowdrifts.
I wasn't measuring them.
But for a guy that doesn't even have a license, I'm not a meteorologist, and I'm right more than they are.
I don't know that you can say you're right more than they are.
Do you need a license to practice meteorology?
I'm pretty sure you just can't go into a
The DMV, right?
You won't
you
get
can't go
hired.
into a radio or TV station. I'm pretty good at nailing this stuff. Come on in. You can't call yourself a meteorologist. I think you need a degree to be a
Yeah.
meteorologist.
Well, you know,
Yes, you do.
celebrities get like these honorary doctorates. Now, I think Iggy should get his honorary meteorologist degree.
And that's not a bad idea.
There you go.
I think you should talk to your bosses at 4 and just bring me in one night. Let me do the weather one night.
Well, with Iggy nailing these forecasts, he knew it was going to be warm yesterday, and so this is the time to start thinking about air conditioning tuned up with Seth Goldcamp and his staff at Design Air Heating and Cooling, the official HVAC provider of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Go to designairservice.com right now, and you can click on Book Now in the upper right-hand corner. Now you've taken care of something that you know you're going to have to tend to anyway, and you take care of it at this time of year, and that way you are not at the back of the line. Take care of it now. Design Air Heating and Cooling. We are enjoying some warm weather. DesignAirService.com, the official HVAC provider of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Now, Beer Cats has issued a statement in response, and he says, coming from the same dork who said Monday we wouldn't break 70 until Saturday, he's trash. Go pull that audio, Boots. That's from Beer Cats.
Gosh. Oh, gosh.
I don't believe I said that.
Well,
But I also didn't say it was going to be 80. I mean, nobody knew it was going to be 80. I mean, these things change. I mean, we had a front come in, high pressure system, and okay, I see it, a high pressure. Well, it's going to be warmer. So I told you what it was going to be.
Yeah, you shipped it.
You're a wise old
Oh,
owl.
this guy, he's just so banty.
Change is hard. Change is difficult.
And get that golden goose.
Holly Hills Hustler. Iggy, everyone said yesterday, just stop it.
Everyone. Did you hear the audio of what Tim was reading on his apps? So it's everyone. And if you mean me as everyone, yeah, you're right. Why do you care so much about my life?
Guys, serious question. Is it meta, or is Iggy really this much of a narcissist? Thanks. That's Steve, and he's over in Wildwood at the moment,
Steve
Doug.
Wildwood.
I
Okay.
probably trash myself more than other people. I don't.
Is that the definition of narcissism?
Isn't that you think highly of yourself?
No, that's me. Doug, narcissism, neurotic narcissism, self-importance, are they the same, Or are they different?
That
Your
sounds
thoughts,
about the same.
636-9004-TMA. Email in your thoughts.
I think that's what people think of when they call you someone a narcissist, is that they think they're better than everybody else.
Narcissism is extreme self-involvement to the degree that it makes a person ignore the needs of those around them.
Okay.
Well, I don't do that. I'm always thinking about the people around me.
What needs have you met? The people around you.
You've sassified the listeners' wives.
Well, yeah, when they need it, they need it.
Wives?
Clip that off.
They come to me, and I just take care of it.
And you service them.
No,
That off.
No, maybe this is a narcissist when I say, I think I'm a nice guy. I try to be nice to people, and I try to help people out when they need it. So is that a narcissist?
I don't
No,
think
that'd be the
that would be
opposite.
the definition.
That
about
I'm
the opposite.
praising. I'm not praising myself for doing it, but that definition that Jackson gave is not me. Yeah, Michael Jean was he was a mean lesbian.
Oh.
Iggy's been on fire with these forecasts. Tell all these walruses to get out of here and go post on that loser fan page. That's from the Green Park Goblin.
Good text. GPG.
I had a big day yesterday. I think I blocked 40 people.
40?
You blocked Iggy. Doug, we really do need to have an intervention.
Who'd you block?
No, it was
off
no
the
big deal.
page.
I just saw it.
Clip that off.
I saw.
Yeah, more people
Was you on the
blocked than
golf
not.
course with the Plowhawk?
Yeah, when I got home, I was just sitting outside smoking.
So you're eating that chicken that had been in the crock pot blocking people.
I'd take a shower, I ate, and I sat outside.
Ate an hour.
It was still like 75 degrees at like 6. I sat outside and smoking a cigarette. And I was on the fan page checking out stuff, and somebody said he is the worst. He needs to get off the air. And then like 21 people liked it. I said, that's fine. These 21 agree with him, so they're gone.
Block him! You blocked all 21? Block them!
Yeah.
You went to the likes.
I
You
don't-
didn't
I don't-
need the comment.
I just don't need to see it anymore. Then if they're blocked, then I don't need to see the crap they put up there, so I don't care. But it's just easier to do it than if I see it.
Now, if you block them, you won't see their likes and their comments?
No,
Or-
they won't
just
see it.
won't- they
They
won't
won't
be
see
able to-
mine either, so.
Oh.
Which is fine. Then I don't have to comment on stuff.
Block
I'll have to see it.
him.
Pretty soon I'll get to the point that I'll have I only have following 50 people on there, and those are the 50 people I enjoy, so it'll be
Your life will be
nice.
happier.
So look at all the
Sure.
nice posts.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Guys like Beer Cats and Starfish on the fan pin are the worst. They have these weird rage boners when it comes to Iggy. It's strange AF. Who's Starfish? I know who Beer Cats is.
don't
I've known
know.
Beer Cats for like 15 years.
Yeah, I don't know who Starfish is.
Doug, who is Starfish?
I don't know who Starfish is. I don't know.
Doug, the fan page is much better when you have about 25 people blocked. That's from the Loomster.
I would
Or
think
it's
it
a
would be.
completely different page, I'm sure, because it's not as active with those same 8 or 9 people.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty quiet soon because I'll be well
tell you
over
what,
100
this-
pretty soon.
This big pig.
Excuse me?
That's a person? Are you talking about
What is
a body
going
part?
on? Doug, are we going to have a roast?
Now, Big Pig in that app text, he's very banty.
Uh-oh, what's
Oh,
going
is he?
on? Doug,
Doesn't
do you see Big Pig's messages?
No.
Doesn't like the breathing, less talky, more droppy.
Well, that hasn't happened.
He's very
so-
active. Big Pig.
Why would you
Oh,
concern
I see it.
yourself?
You pathetic old man, get a life. That's from Big Pig.
Oh.
Well, I have a life. What life do you want me to get? That I
He
don't
used to
have?
intern for us.
Big Pig
Did
did
he? Must have enjoyed himself here while he's.
He really loved the show.
Did he not last very long?
No, I mean, we've had, with the show being on a couple decades, we've had a lot of interns. We've
Was
had
he
Evil
a-
David Letterman. We had the guy who pissed outside of the toilet.
Was he a large porcine fellow when he was here interning?
No, not as I recall. No, maybe he's bulked up over the years. I don't know.
We literally had a guy peeing in a grate.
We did.
Next to a
Next to
toilet.
a toilet. Like,
Yeah.
the toilet was available,
Right there.
but he chose the grate.
There's so much I don't understand about what goes on here.
Tim, yes, one of your people is urinating in a grate in our bathroom, and I'd like you to tend to it.
And the toilet's right there.
Sounds good.
It's like throwing up in a sink when the toilet's right there.
Now, was that a passive-aggressive shot at your experience?
Pretty much, yeah. Not passive aggressive. It was just.
Aggressive.
It's pretty much the same thing as peeing in a grate when the toilet's right there. I'm just gonna. Do I lean over here a foot? Nah, right there.
Oh, that was a nice vomit noise.
Peeing in a grate, isn't that like something you do if you were really drunk and you thought it was funny?
At that point, you
Maybe
don't even
one
look for a
time if
grate,
you're
though.
plastered, you'd do that. Look at me. Other than that, no.
Chris Raby is listening to the show this morning, and he says it's officially dork hunting season, and I smell piggy. Chris Raby, Dougie's going on dork hunting season.
Okay.
And thank you to Chris. He's a man of his word. And you didn't need to send me that screenshot because I trust you. But we made that bet last week.
That's right. $250 you ship,
And
baby.
He went online, the megamarathonfoundation.org, and put $250 in there. So
What a treat.
you are a gentleman, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Big Pig, come on over Friday, and I'll make you squeal like that Ledoux slut, you oinky bitch. That's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville.
Boy.
Where's my suspension log? Here it
Anybody's
is
got a
right
shot
now
at
in my
him.
hand. Okay.
You won't tell anyone I'm gay, will you?
This is the third.
I haven't heard him in a while.
Recovering alcoholic suspended again. Suspended a period of 2 days' time. His name is going into the leather-bound suspension log.
I blocked the foremost banty people on the fan pin, and the page is 1,000 times better. That's from the Hunchback of Von Castle. Jackson, I believe as administrators, we don't have that option.
No.
We see even if somebody is blocked, we still see everything.
Yep. Yeah, unless it gets pulled by Facebook, then for whatever reason we can't see it.
Yeah, that's weird. When things get pulled, and then they'll say this person's post has been deleted, and they need post approval. You can't see what they posted, which is such a strange thing.
Right. It's like we pulled 7 pieces of content. It's like, all right, well, let me see what they were. And then they're like, Facebook will not show you. It's like, well, then how are we supposed to know what's allowed and what's not?
It really is. That's a recent development, and it's strange.
Now, you two can block people, right? As administrators?
Boot.
Oh yeah.
Boot.
But Facebook is pulling people or suspending people or blocking or
Like
pulling posts. And again, they're pulling posts that aren't even just like recent. They're going back into 2016 and 2017.
Yeah, I'll see some posts on there, and I'll be like, oh, in 3 years, this will get pulled.
That's weird.
Guys, can you change my name to the Great Urinator? Jackson, there you go. Assignment for you. That's in the...
I don't know if I will.
I wouldn't do it if I was you.
Was this in the text line?
That was coming in the same folder that Big Pig is active in.
Oh, well, I can't change that.
Yeah, we have so
that's
many
on,
platforms.
I can only change text names. Can't change anyone else's names.
Iggy, why would you block the listeners that allow you to have this show? We want more taint-smashing talk. Take your punishment, LOL, JK. That's from Daniel Dayhole Lewis. Doug, he's a character. He really gets into his characters, and even when they cut, he stays in character.
Yeah, I know. He takes it a little too seriously. He was Lincoln, right?
3 Oscars.
Yeah, you guys can all say what you want. I know who's kidding. I know who's just having fun. And I know who really just is bitter. Yeah, it's part of the show. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it's
It does bother you.
a lot
Like
of
40 people yesterday.
then they don't bother me. It's just I don't have to see him anymore. It's just I see him. Oh God, no, just block him. I don't have to see that anymore.
Well, I don't blame you.
I don't sit home and yell. Oh, I can't believe you said that about me. I'm sure I rub a lot of people the wrong way. But I'm also fortunate to have a lot of people that like me on the show and they're friends. But the ones that don't, it's no big deal. It's just say what you want. I just don't have to see it anymore. Everybody else can see it. I just don't need to see it.
Perhaps you're
Because
not everyone's cup of
sometimes one will get really, really mean,
Blocky.
and I'm afraid that I'll just say something. So instead of doing that, if I just block them, I won't have to see that stuff anymore.
What did the Greg Lansky tweet say?
That's a question.
See, I get upset about little things like that. So
Guys, the best way to make your fan page experience better is to block the most active users. Hey, dude, nobody cares about your personal life. I'm here for TMA material, not your dog. That's from the 618.
Okay, well,
Wish
that
I had
makes
a bell.
sense to me.
no, those don't bother me. I mean, post pictures of your food,
Yeah, come
and
on, dog threads.
your liquor, and your dog, and things. I mean, that's fine.
But what about when somebody is traveling? You don't like that?
Well, unless you really are traveling, but it's mostly lies.
So people
hey,
show
I'm
up
heading-
on the fan page.
I'm heading to Paris.
to tell
Any good
people they're
spots
going
for
to Paris.
bagels? No.
I thought what you didn't like is someone saying "Happy birthday, babe"
Well, that's
to their wife or
Yeah.
husband when they could just kind of turn over next to them in bed and say that.
that too.
Hey, headed on a helicopter tour in the Bermuda Triangle. We're at the nearest Five Guys.
Leg day.
Leg day.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, in the gym lifting weights. Now I saw one the other day that went above and beyond birthdays.
What do we have?
The one that starts like it's birthday month. 28 days, 27 days. We get it. You're gonna keep,
Was that a gentleman or was that a
no,
lass?
that was a girl. You're gonna keep plugging it for the whole month until people. And then when they don't remember, people don't remember. I saw one the other day. Well, my birthday was over 2 days ago. Still trying to celebrate. You're still trying to get people to say happy birthday? 2 days later, you're reminding people that your birthday was 2 days ago, and then here it comes. Oh, sorry, sweetie, missed it. Happy belated. And then they get more, so it's just, the attention whoring.
Guys, I love Iggy on the show. It's just that sometimes he says a lot of words on the show. That's from Painter Guy.
Is this one of the guys painting here, the radio station?
Oh wow, we do have a lot of painters.
Yeah,
and there are some guys who are listeners.
Right, he's probably painting right now.
We have some listen to our show. The other ones are wearing Keishi shirts. I mean, everybody in here working is fans of this radio.
So how about this? I haven't shared this with you gentlemen yet, but this happened, and I have witnesses.
Okay.
So it's about, Doug, what time would you say it was?
I don't know. I don't know where you're going with this.
4 o'clock.
A.M.
You're still here?
P.M.
I am still here.
I got a couple hours to go before
Jackson and I are still here, yes. We interviewed Senator Jack Danforth on the podcast, and that is...
I'm looking forward to listening to that.
There's a lot in there, but just for my personal life experience, we're not going to tweet it out or post it anywhere. But anyway, digressing, we're still here, and I go downstairs, and I'm about to leave. And Hubbard Marty, friend of the fan page, and he's a friend of the program, certainly. He is the programming director for KC95 and 106.5 The Arch. And I said, hey, someday I'd like to, when I'm here a little later, I'd like to stick around and have some drinks with you guys. And he goes, oh, well, it's almost 4 o'clock, so stick around. I'm like, all right. So I go downstairs, the restaurant, Doug, Cafe Il Balago.
Oh, it's a great restaurant.
It's a great restaurant. Boy, if I had a bell, I'd ring the bell.
Yeah. Have you had the lobster ravioli yet? Somebody told me.
I haven't. I usually just get salad with chicken. It's very boring, but that's how I keep my body tight and rewarding. And I think it allows me to be a better power bottom. Don't you? Like if I were a burly bottom,
You want to be a power bottom. What's the difference in a power bottom and a submissive bottom?
Your thoughts on that, and answer the question, 314-881-8625. It spells TMA5. Maybe call in and give us a description. 636-9004-TMA. So I'm sitting there, and then some people from the station come down, and we're having some drinks, which is nice because that's not something I really done a whole lot of. I didn't want to drink while Anna Marie was pregnant, and she's like, "Hey, you guys like the people you work with now, and so enjoy yourself. God bless." And she's sitting there with a 1-month-old and a 4-year-old. She'll have some booze. I'm like, God bless, sister. So I'm sitting there and I'm having some drinks.
What'd you have, a bourbon?
I actually had a Bud Light. That's what I had. Michelob Ultra Studios, Bud Light, all from the same family.
Oh, nice.
So I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man. And so there's an attractive lass who's kind of walked by a couple of times.
Trying to catch your eye?
That's just not the way my mind works at all, and I think it's probably the right
It's because
thought
you're a
process.
power bottom.
Yeah, if it was an attractive gentleman.
Right. You'd have
And what would
perked
you
up.
say, an ex-butch Marine top man?
Yes. Ex-butch Marine top man.
That off. Then I'd be like, oh, this person's interested. But when it's an attractive female, I just assume, well, how can she be? She knows I'm a power bottom. So anyway, so this time she stops and she goes, "Where's Doug?" And I look around and I'm like, "You talking to me?"
Oh, De Niro.
Thank you. Taxi Driver. Good or bad?
Good. It's one of the greatest movies of the 20th century.
Yeah.
Wow, Doug, how about that?
Were you on the patio?
Greatest?
No, just sitting at the bar.
Oh, okay.
And I said, well, Doug isn't here, so I can text him.
Another supermodel trying to look me up?
I'm dead serious that this happened. Marty was at the bar. Tommy was at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when this all transpired, that was who was at the bar at the moment. And it turns out she is... Now, I'm thinking that they had planted her.
Sure.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, yeah.
Because I went to lunch with them and also Hubbard market manager, John Kiowski, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. And even though I will, Doug, vehemently, and I've tweeted about this and I've contacted Dan Caesar about this, and hopefully there'll be a 3,000-word article on it. will say that I thought the timing of the lunch was one time, and apparently I was wrong on that, and so they had been waiting for me for a half hour, which is a nice tone to set.
Yeah. Well, you let them know that you're the important one.
Thank you. It's a power move.
When I get there, I'll get there.
Yeah. So anyway, I show up at that location a couple weeks ago, and Tommy and Marty are sitting there, but John's not there. And I said, "Oh, where's John?" And they go, "He left." And I go, "What?" And he was kind of irritated that you were this late, so he said he didn't wait. So he left. And then then they have the waitress remove his stuff from the table.
Yeah.
And I go, "Wow, I thought that the lunch was at noon. I didn't think I was." Thank you, Doug.
Yeah.
Well, they had, not only was John sitting there watching this whole thing play out, but they knew the waitress, and they had her act in on the whole thing just to F with my head, which was wonderful. And you know what I do? Tip my cap. You're watching me tip my cap. Well, so when this happens yesterday, I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is another one of these.
It's a plant is what it is. It's a plant.
Thank you. And then Tommy and Marty are looking at me like, we don't know who she is. I'm like, that's part of, you got to keep bluffing at the pot. If you can't take it down in the flop, you'll take it down in the turn. If you can't take it down in the turn, fire the bullet in the river and put the man to the test. Well, it turns out she was real, and they thought I had planted her.
Yeah.
So not only is she a big fan of yours, and I mean a big fan of yours.
Really?
She's a big fan of the show. Marty introduces. She asks Marty's name and says, "I'm Marty," and then Tommy says, "I'm Tommy," and she goes, "Oh, are you little Tommy Tribbins?"
Oh no! I'm sorry you had to hear that.
And Tommy, for the record, is not little. As far as I know, I guess I can't say with certainty, but I don't think he is little Tommy Tribbins.
It'd be a hell of a plot twist.
Yeah, it would be, and he's operating 5 radio stations and this thing on top of it. So we talk it over, and she's legitimately a listener, legitimately a fan, and knows, I think, kind of more about the show than some of us on the show knows about the show. And Jackson was telling me yesterday that our YouTube female listenership, what are we up to, Jackson?
17.8%.
Doug, we are approaching 1 out of 5 YouTube viewers being females.
I thought he was going to say we have 17 female listeners.
And then the age demographic, what do we have going on with that?
Getting younger.
Give Doug the numbers, because I know he's researching this.
I believe we're at like...
Isn't this something that's in front of you?
Let me hold on.
Doug, why don't you tell us about the title sponsor, Ryan Kelly? He's online at thehomeloanexpert.com, and interest rates are going up. And, hey, hello again, everybody. Let's get refinanced before they go up.
Yeah, you need to hurry. If you've been putting it off, don't wait anymore. Rates are going up, and if you want to save the most money possible, you need to get in there right now to get yourself refinanced if you haven't done that in the last few years, or if you're looking for a new house. I suppose as spring gets here, the housing market will crank up even more, and you better be ready to go if that house pops on the market that you've had your eyes on. Get yourself pre-approved. Go to thehomeloanexpert.com and get yourself pre-approved. They've done a record number of borrowers already this year. The competition is fierce. So if you're even thinking about buying a home this year, call the Home Loan Expert team. Get pre-approved today with the 5-minute loan approval, only available at thehomeloanexpert.com. Follow them on social media. Ryan Kelly has a big social media presence.
Yeah, he does.
On Facebook. He is on Instagram. He is all over the place. And you get some valuable information there on the new programs they have, such as the one with the Teacher Appreciation Loan, the Union Worker Appreciation Loan. If you're a teacher, if you are a member of the union, you get a $500 gift card after you close your loan. That is sweet. That is sweet, sweet stuff. So check them out at thehomeloanexpert.com. If you're even thinking about buying a home or refinancing, this is the place to go. Ryan Kelly will take great care of you, as he has done for us.
And it is our Munganess 7 o'clock hour, stlouisacura.com, altontoyota.com. Munganess, the sponsor of the 7 o'clock hour and the official automotive dealer of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Work with Jamie Burkhardt and Clayton Patterson at Munganess, stlouisacura.com, altontoyota.com. Are they coming out and trading out tags on somebody's car here today? I mean, they just take great care of us. Yeah. And we recommend our audience go to work with Jamie Burkhardt or Clayton Patterson, stlouisacura.com, altontoyota.com. It's Munganess for new cars, leasing, buying, for pre-owned cars, leasing, buying, or to get your car serviced, even if you didn't get it from Munganest. Work with Munganest, stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com.
I saw online yesterday.
What do you see?
That Kurt Munganest just gave away a Honda to a couple that just got here from Afghanistan.
Yeah. Is that right?
Gave them a car. Yeah.
I think there's video of it as well. If I'm not mistaken.
They're just incredible people. They really are.
How about that?
Top notch.
God bless America. stlouisacura.com, altontoyota.com. All right, Jackson, we have given you a couple of moments here to look up the numbers. Doug, you wanted to put this together, so here are the numbers.
Yeah. All right, we're actually at 18.4% female.
Doug, we're becoming the mother's favorite show as they drive their kids to school. That's what we are. Yep.
These are just post-ops. They were men when they were listening back in 2010.
So what else? What do we have on the ages?
13 to 17 years is 1.5%. 18 to 24 years old is 13.2%. That's gone up recently. 25 to 34 is 26.7%. 35 to 44, 28.7%. 45 to 54, 16.5%. 55 to 64, 9%, and 65 plus, 4.6%.
It kind of goes down. The smarter you get, the older and more mature you get. People kind of give up. So I guess it's not going to get any different.
I love how we do have a 13-year-old that podcasts.
Yeah, that's the little Tommy Tribbins. He's in the neighborhood over.
I mean, based on subscriptions and viewers, 1.5% is a good amount more than just one.
Yeah, that's
Think about that.
Saying. Imagine a whole 8th grade class.
We've had listeners bring their kids to TMA Lives, and I think a couple of them were like 10.
I started listening when I was 15.
What was the impression that one little boy did last month when he came up to our desk?
I did the Mike Francesa. I want to come up and slap your big butt cheeks.
What it was.
And 2-pound carrot cake.
And he was 7 or 8.
Yeah, and I think he left a mic drop, didn't he?
I think he did.
We still haven't played it.
Yeah, the 2-pound carrot cake was good.
Very good.
Are you concerned about the image that we're portraying to young children?
No.
You're not?
No, like they need to know what a cuck is.
Why?
Thank you. Thank you for saying it.
How often does that come up in 4th grade?
They're going to learn that in like Mrs. Nelson's history class?
I guess.
Manchild79 has a request in the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox, 314-881-8625. Somebody shoot that girl from the bar, your boy's math. Thank you. That's Manchild79. Doug, you like that? Shoot your boy's math.
What would the math
That's
be?
her figure, you know?
I thought it was phone number.
It's phone number.
Oh, I thought you meant like, her, Coke bottle
Doug,
shape.
I mean, how about that? Here's an attractive lass.
Yeah.
And she walks up and she wants to know where you are.
Don't you suppose that's just the first thing she said so that to let you know that she listened to the show?
No, she could have said,
Or Ziggy.
"Hi, Tim. Love you guys."
Oh.
I mean, Tim's recognizable.
Trying to restart.
Now, I will say,
Get through a
Don't throw
sentence
nuggets like that.
without eliminating.
you know I live 3 minutes away. So if you're ever in that position where somebody says, "Where's Iggy?"
So
text me. I'll be here in 3 minutes.
What about in this spot where they're looking for Doug, and I go, well, I have the next best thing available over in a Maryland Heights apartment complex.
Iggy can be here in 3 minutes. So she says, "Sure, I'll head right here."
You burst through the door, maybe wearing your house slippers that you had on the other day, and just start swaggering around the bar.
Yeah, I'm not sure our bosses want me sitting down with them drinking, but if the last say is Iggy around, I can get him here in 3 minutes. I'll be here.
So that's the question. That's the answer we should give now to those questions.
Hey, Doug, I know you've gotten the age demographics and the male-to-female ratio now, but what do you think the BMI statistics are for the show? Also, I'm hearing that the 4X shirts run a little on the small size. That's from period like the dot.
The 4X probably fit when you ordered them, but after you had another giant pot roast, now you need a 5X.
Jackson, start making 5Xs with Mike. Can you do that, or is that too much?
I mean, at a certain point, can we just give him a parachute?
With a little TMA logo?
How much would a person have to weigh just to need a 4X? Is that a 300?
It's not all about weight. It's about height and other things. But I mean, you have to have a body. I don't have the exact number for you.
You'd be like 350 pounds or so, right?
I don't know.
Can we do
I really don't know.
Can we do a TMA moo?
That not a bad idea, right there.
Yeah, that's
kind of like
one
what
size fits all.
I think Mama Cash used to wear those.
All right.
Yeah.
Look, Mamas and the Papas.
I think so.
We've given up trying to fit you pigs. How about here's just a blanket?
Just wrap you in a sheet and just be done with it.
A poncho might be nice.
If you want to see, hey, and that reminds me, the great Mike Flanagan released another shirt this morning.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Woke up this morning and he's got a French fry shirt. Doug, would you like? It's a waffle fry shirt with a TMA logo on the box.
Oh, yeah,
TMASTLshop.com. Sharp look.
I like that one.
Sharp
I haven't had a
look.
waffle fry in a long time, fellas.
God, I was kind of thinking about getting that Chick-fil-A. It gets in my head.
Yeah.
It gets in my head. What do you get with it? You don't get the standard chicken. You get like the grilled chicken, right?
Yeah,
and then you don't eat the bread, probably.
Usually, it doesn't help. I mean, look at me. I have other things. Weaknesses. I have ice cream almost every night.
That Dove bar, bro? Or are you still on the bunny tracks?
No, I'm back to bunny tracks.
Oh, you're so disappointed in yourself.
I am. It's just been about a week now. I got to get rid of that, empty that out, and then I'll stop. I'm not a great eater.
That's what every crackhead in the city says, Doug. After this bag, I am done.
I know. It's hard. It's hard.
The French fry shirt is available in 4XL, for the record, and that is brand new in the TMA STL shop. It's a waffle fry shirt. What about the waffle fries? And that St. Patrick's Day is up and available. TMA STL with the St. Patrick's Day with the shamrock and green for T-shirts. Green hoodies, all there for your viewing and purchasing enjoyment, including a bunch of other new shirts in a bunch of different colors. Hoodies available. It's all there for you if you're going to enjoy your St. Patrick's Day with TMA wear. Hoodies, T-shirts, all available, plus a billion other things with the TMA logo. And we're going to have hats and golf shirts here coming up soon. TMASTLshop.com, and most importantly, available in 4XL. What do we got going on here? Beer Cats has issued a few statements.
Yeah, has he?
Boy. Love these dorks who talk smack via texts hiding behind fake names. Where's that dork Northwestern Mutual salesman named Nitro? That's from Beer Cats, also known as Ryan Welch.
Why don't you call Northwestern Mutual to get that information?
Wow, Pally is really in Iggy's kitchen. That's from Beer Cats. And then finally...
Where did I mention her name today?
Doug, when did
Iggy just popped his head up from
like a groundhog.
I'm texting Jeff Burton. When did I...
He's right next door.
Why is she in your kitchen?
He's talking about Playboys, how much they're worth.
Okay.
Where did her name get brought up?
Doug, when did... I know you're doing
because
show
she's
notes.
apparently in your head.
I don't believe I've brought up her name on this entire show. So unless you heard me talking about something that you're just assuming that's who I was talking about, which that would be on you.
Nice.
You just outed her.
And then finally, a 22-year-old Sup Mason here in Oakville recently DM'd me and asked if I'm Beer Cats. Said he's listened every day for 2 years. He was 6 or 7 when I started listening. Lil Beer Cats attended a TMA Live with me when he was 14. Your fan base is trending younger. That's from Beer Cats.
Huh. Yeah, I remember meeting his son.
Yeah, that's right. Lil Beer Cats.
Yeah.
About ready to have a Toys R Us deal?
Yeah, Doug, we're trending younger.
I think Toys R Us been out of business
They
a long
did.
time.
Yeah, the one by me is closed.
Jeffrey the Giraffe?
I couldn't think of any other.
They're going to put in a Bass Pro Shop where the Toys R Us was in Sunset Hills.
Are they?
Right by Helen Fitzgerald's.
On Watson there?
Give me that wingy. Give me that wingy.
God, you could hang out in a Bass Pro for hours.
I know. They're cool stores.
Brian Henshin, who writes for the Indianapolis Star, just texted in to say, Tim, I just posted on the fan pin. Thanks.
Here, I'll read it.
Okay.
Hi, all. I'm head to Paris. Any bagel recommendations? Any hoodles? Happy leg day, Kenny.
Doug, there it is.
You could have texted that. Clogging up the fan page.
Just block them and
No,
fan
Henshin.
page
Blocking.
Henshin's fine. I would never block Henshin.
I love it.
Well,
I'm just saying you were on a track record. It looks like you were headhunting last night. So
No, it wasn't something they said. It's just something somebody said. And if you liked it, then you agree with them. So you're blocked too. I don't have to see your stuff.
I think so. They had it coming.
If Young Metro don't trust you, I'm going to shoot you. That's what Iggy's doing right now.
Doug, did you just hear that? If Young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you.
Don't say that again, Iggy. You'll get suspended.
drop top.
So if you're against Iggy, you're against me.
Taliban.
Thanks, buddy.
I'ma shoot you. Boy, it's active in here today. Guess who couldn't hang out in a Bass Pro Shop, B? That's from Manchild 79. Doug, they have red velvet Pop-Tarts out now. I'm hooked every night with a glass of milk. Thanks, that's from Starfish Street.
Who's got them?
I guess Pop-Tarts?
Oh.
Boy, that does sound good.
Yeah, it does.
I'm surprised Pop-Tarts aren't in your rotation, Plowhawk.
I agree.
I'll tell you what.
Just as far as, like, empty calories.
And we have a toaster back there, too.
Yeah,
there
there
you
are
go.
2 items that I can't eat anymore.
What are these 2?
They're Pop-Tarts and Chef Boyardee's, and I destroyed both of them as like a kid, and like I just can't. I've too many.
You hit that beefaroni?
Yeah.
I love the Chef Boyardee overstuffed ravioli.
It's so good. That's why I ate.
It's terrible
so
for
much
you, but I like it.
Plowsy, do you ever eat like a vegetable or a fruit? Apple
Yeah,
or
I eat
anything?
veggies. I love red peppers, yellow peppers, I like onions. I will have, when I have a fajita or something, certainly we'll have the veggies in there. And, I'm going to bring up that I'm going to make Fruity Pebble Rice Krispie treats, but I don't know if that's going to be something people want to.
I've gotten so old, I found myself eating Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprout. I made a pledge to myself early that
Madison
Brussels
eats
sprout
those.
would never pass through my lips. As bad as
If you
they
put
smell.
hollandaise sauce on them, they're not bad. Other than that, I really don't.
Fry
Seems to get rid of the
if
nutritional
you fry
value.
those things, yeah, well, I guess frying them too does that as well.
I guess I've just lost all my taste buds and my smell. It's,
Oh, is that right? You really have?
This is okay. I don't feel like I have. No, I taste other things, but suddenly the Brussels sprout's okay. I would have never eaten a tomato when I was a kid, and now
All right.
I really
I
like
can't
tomatoes.
eat tomato. That's the one thing I don't know if I'll ever get that turnaround point. and
Yeah,
eat it.
I
don't
was
know.
with you. I hated tomatoes, and now, these aren't bad.
I can do lettuce now.
Lettuce
do
has
lettuce.
no taste at all.
It's mostly water.
It's like paper water.
That is true.
Wait, so you didn't have a salad earlier in your life? You never had a salad?
We have fruit salad, so I pick fruit.
That doesn't count as a.
I pick fruit over veggies as a kid, but as I eat salads now.
Okay.
We're gonna have probably a kale salad with salmon tonight. That's kind of
look
a
at
once a
you.
week thing.
Look at you.
It's phenomenal.
Fine dining.
So I like.
Well,
but
you
I-
really change it up at night from what you got going on in the morning.
I don't like iceberg lettuce. It's too water based.
I'm with you on that.
I
Paul.
like kale and spinach in
Do you?
terms of if I have a salad.
What about that romaine?
Jack?
Potentially mixed greens as well.
Ew.
I think I like a little bit softer of a lettuce. Too crispy, too
All
crunchy.
right.
There's too much water in, that chunky lettuce.
I like a nice wedge. Iceberg wedge with a little blue cheese and grated parm.
Why are you squirming in your seat as you say that? Like you're really.
It's not. I'm a squirming. It's
buckle down and eat it.
moving. It's the new floor we have. The chair doesn't stay still.
Oh.
And it's moving back and forth.
Well, Siwoo Kim likes a nice wedge as well, Doug, as he stuck his on number 3 to drop to 1 under. And Siwoo Kim is at the top of the leaderboard. Siwoo shaking that ass, shaking that
Woo,
ass.
woo, woo. Kenny Woo.
Well, there's somebody else 1 under through 1.
What do we have?
Chris Kirk, who's on my team.
Oh, my, Doug, 71 holes to go, but through 1.
Okay.
Doug, you're screwed.
Yeah, it's too late to
You're
catch
done.
up.
You're done. Well, I've got 2 guys at even and 1 guy at 1 under. I got 3 on the course.
Doug, I remember you drew Shez Reavy. Did you keep him?
He did.
You did keep him?
I think so.
Well, he's running into problems on number 4. And he is 2 over.
Jeez. Come on, Doug.
come back.
Why'd you pick him?
Wait a minute. I don't see him on my list.
I didn't think you stuck with
It
him.
was last week, maybe.
What was the player's name?
Ches Reavy.
I don't have him. I've got Howell III, Putnam,
Triple stick,
Hogue,
triple stick.
Leishman, Fitzpatrick, Matsuyama.
Okay, I forgot you did.
Yeah,
trade
you
up.
got rid of.
I don't see that I ever had Reavy.
No,
You did for a second. But
No, I don't have him down. I think he had
No,
him
he
last
doesn't.
week.
Last week, maybe.
You got Tom Hoagie
Yeah.
and Putnam.
Yes.
Many fits.
Oh, I see here I crossed it out. I guess I didn't even completely write his name out.
I didn't have him on your thing.
I
You can look at the rosters on the TMA STL app.
That's right.
It's all there for you.
Yeah,
It's the
it's all
Munganess
possible.
7 o'clock hour. Get involved on the show by texting in, emailing in, calling in. Now that the listenership is 20% female, I mean, we should be taking calls from females and maybe helping them out with their sapphic questions.
Maybe the girl was at the bar so they can call in
Yeah.
if she's listening.
if you total all the girls that have ever called, that number is not in double figures.
We could do one show, with the amount of calls from females that we've had in the last 17 years. You could just fill just one show.
And one of them was in North Carolina, didn't know what she was doing.
Sheila. Oh, and let me tell you something.
Oh,
The girl at the bar yesterday said that Sheila sounded really cute.
oh did she say that?
Did say that. She did. It was a whole thing.
Did you ask her if she ever been with a woman?
You better believe I did, brother. What do you think I did? I didn't breathe either.
And what did she say?
She said she had made out with a girl in high school, but that's because people had raised money for her to do it. And then she got a little more graphic with which she couldn't ever picture doing.
Oh, you asked her that while you were meeting with the executives from this station?
No, I wasn't meeting with them. I was having drinks with them. It's different.
Okay. And it came up between the, sure, I'll have another Michelob Light. Hey, have you ever been with another? It just comes up like that?
Well, it's a standard question. You have to ask it.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Tim does, yes.
Well, when you brought up Sheila,
She brought up Sheila.
You did let her know that Sheila is off the page because she got creeped out, right?
Yeah.
So she's thinking about joining the page. I want her to have some war stories from other people who have gone down that route.
And these people that creeped out Sheila, do they really think they have a chance? Is that
Jay
why
was
they
the
do
one that posted about it.
If I just dropped into her DMs, maybe I'll meet up in Raleigh some night. Is that what they're thinking?
I would like to hear from somebody who DM'd her and kind of get the thought process. Why did you call with that board? I kind of get an understanding of the mindset of the play. I don't know. Little Tommy Tribbins, Doug, says, hey, Strode, now that it's the Lenten season, I challenge you to spend all of Lent off the fan page. We could even find a sponsor for the challenge. You can finally log off that hellscape and spend your time much more productively on things like beating off and cyberbullying porn stars. That's from Little Tommy Tribbins.
Well, I do one of those
He's just
things.
He's just like a little boy over in the neighborhood. He rides his bike around.
So, yeah.
Recess, I guess, is early. It's only
computer
8.
access.
I do one of those. I don't do the other.
What do? You cyberbully porn
No, I
stars?
don't. No, I call out porn stars who trash other people.
Oh.
So that's not bullying. That's just like, hey, leave them alone.
You're protecting others.
I'm protecting other porn stars who these people trash. Anyway, I mean, if it makes money for the station, sure, I'd do it. I could get off the fan page through Lent if it made money for the radio station.
How would we know
But nobody's
that
going to
you were on
sponsor that.
How would we ever know that you cheated and got on there if you didn't post anything?
I would just...
Jackson tracks user activity.
I could just say, I could leave the fan page, and then Jackson could see that I'm not on there.
Or I could block you for
Yeah, you could
a period
block me
of time.
Okay.
How many burners you got, bro?
You can block me now if you want.
You don't want that.
I don't do that.
You don't.
Well, what are you going to do with it?
Never. No, I mean, if a sponsor, I mean, he said sponsor. He didn't say me. He said sponsor. So if somebody said, all right, Iggy's blocking of the fan page brought to you by, fine. Station makes money.
Do you think you would miss it after a couple days?
No. I was off there for like 6 months.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Anybody what? Sorry, what?
Why did you take a 6-month hiatus?
It wasn't really a hiatus. I wasn't going to come back. And I was asked to come back.
They begged you to come back?
Yeah.
Kenny has me blocked on the fan page. How do I make amends? That's from the real mayor of Oakville. Doug, the real mayor of Oakville.
Block him.
I don't know who that is. I would know your name on Facebook. I don't know.
You are going to get blocked again.
Little Tommy Tribbins is back, Doug. This kid has some money.
Yeah.
And he says there is not a chance in hell you can spend 40 days off the fan page. I will sponsor it. $200 if you delete your Facebook until Easter. This little Tommy Tribbins is putting his money where his mouth is.
I'm not deleting my Facebook. I'll stay off the fan page.
Well, you can deactivate your Facebook. But you wouldn't want to deactivate your entire Facebook so you wouldn't be able to interact with people on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, I can leave the fan page. If you want to do that, Jackson, just block me from the fan page.
Block him.
And then I still need my Facebook page. I interact with friends and family, and do cooking shows on this. I'm not leaving Facebook, but I'll leave the fan page.
Yeah. Well, don't let these.
But I'll make it
bully you off
I'll
the
make it
page.
worthwhile though. $200 is nothing. If you can come up with it, or somebody else can, you want to all get in there.
What's your number, baby?
You donate $1,000 to the Mega Mara Foundation, and I'll get off there for 40 days.
Wow. Doug, how about that?
Okay. 40 days and 40
I don't need
nights
any money
also?
for it.
I feel like the people on the fan page worship you, and they wouldn't like it if you weren't on there.
But there are some people that would love to see me off there. So, yeah, if you can come up with $1,000, get the other people that don't like me for $1,000 and send it to the Mega Mara Foundation after 40 days, and yeah.
Doug, there it is.
I mean, I trust you to do that if you come up with it. You don't have to do it right away. But
Who are you talking to? You talking Tribbins?
Tommy Tribbins. After, I don't know, I'm just talking to anybody who's listening. I don't know. We'll start with Tommy Tribbins since he brought it up. Yeah, I trust that you would donate that money. So if you say, and you can prove that you'll come up with it, I will get off the fan page for 40 days. And after 40 days, you have to donate it to the charity.
Cletus just texted in that it's a horrible idea.
Nice, Cletus.
Well, I'll do anything to make money. So if it keeps me off the fan page, it's just to prove that I don't need to be on there. He's acting like if I'm off there for 3 days, I'll go crazy. I mean,
Tribbins is back. He says deactivate it. 40 days, no Facebook, $200, and I'll toss that crusty salad.
Oh, you didn't have to put that part in.
Well, no, it's not. I'm not going to go off of Facebook. I like being on Facebook. I'm talking about the fan page. I can go 40 days without the fan page. I could probably go 40 days without Facebook. But there's times I need to be on there. You know, if I want to promote something or
Why would that silly
something coming up and I
fan
want to
page-
promote it, like I have it. No, like the interview I had with Mark Farner. I want to put that on my Facebook page because I talked about Shelley Steiniger in the interview, and I wanted Shelley to see it. So I posted it, and I sent Shelley a DM, and I said, hey, I mentioned you on the Mark Farner, and she listened to it and said, I love it. So things like that, if I do interviews, I'm interviewing Kathleen Madigan today, I'd like to put that on my Facebook page. Say,
Nice.
Well, you're supposed to have a social media presence being in the radio business.
yeah, so I don't want to leave Facebook, but I'll leave the fan page for 40 days.
Why would this silly fan page have such a hold on you?
God almighty, it
become a
doesn't.
Thing. Who cares?
What was that? Which one was that?
Huh?
Yeah.
July.
Oh, July. Is that Biff's girl?
Yeah,
Or is that Gentle?
He had July, he had Gentle, he had them all.
And
On
Jesse.
payroll.
Jesse, he's got a thing for J's.
Jay's what? Jay's.
Gentle. Well, that's just G
Oh.
anyway. So.
Okay. Did you think of Jay Randall?
Yes, this is July.
Which one was that? I don't remember that one.
It's just a
Is that
horror
really
we
the
had
name
on.
you're going to pick?
Is that another stripper?
July.
Guys, the way this is going to play out is Iggy disappears from the fan page and Mark Marcuzzo shows up on the fan page. That's from the union boss.
No, I would not do a fake name to get on the fan page.
Ottawa Simmons.
Tim, I bet you guys can get $1,000 for the Megan Meyer Foundation if you ban Cletus for 40 days. That's from the Holly Hills Hustler.
And Cletus would leave for that.
Yeah, you would, for sure.
Cletus would leave because he's a nice guy. He would do that. But
If Iggy can't be on Facebook, then how else can he ask for free crap? That's from the 215. I don't think you ask for free crap.
no, go ahead and post something on the show where I went on Facebook and asked for something free.
Don't ask
Challenge
for
for
it.
Buck Swove.
Yeah.
Go find it.
Harrison's brother Master has arrived. I'll match Tommy's contribution. You also have to wear a clown nose for a month. Not a single person is listening to Mark Farmer. That's from Harrison's brother Master.
Well, I think 800-something people have listened to it so far. So
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
somebody's listening to it.
No, what was that, Jackson?
I just want to, I can verify.
Well, I'm going through the people on Mark Farner's fan page, on Twitter, on
Doug, you
his
remember the
site.
Mark Farner fan page?
No.
When
I'm
Iggy
not on
brought
any
that up
fan
during
page.
the interview, I actually had to go look it up. And it is real, and there is a lot of people on
The Mark Farner fan page.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
This Farnsey, he's got a heck
So I'm
of a
not going
fan
by
page.
on the fan page how many people listen.
No,
to
I mean, I have YouTube views.
Oh, I don't know how many YouTube views there are. No. I guess they would have to go to YouTube because that's the only spot we had it.
So, Doug, we actually have data on the Mark Farner interview. How many times has it been viewed?
I'm looking at the comments right now. The comments are all great.
Look at that, Iggy. You've won the YouTube comments. Not an easy thing to do.
Everyone loves and it's like from people who like aren't subscribers to our thing. So
I thought it was a good interview. I love the interview.
Doug, he's expanding our brand.
He is.
it is your most successful straight to the web interview so far. 510 views.
Look at that.
110?
Look at that, and it's only 2 days old.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, that's good.
So, who was that? The masturbator?
Harrison.
What?
I said nobody's listening to it, so
Yeah.
there you go.
Kick rocks. Harrison.
Masturbator.
Or SD.
I'll give you some money if you can go 40 days without whacking it. That's from Eric, and he's in the Central West
Well,
End.
I could never win that bet.
So you are conceding.
Yeah, I could never
I
do
do
that.
that for there's just no way to confirm that you haven't done it.
Honor system.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I respect the honor code.
I'm out.
Now, what was
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
Seinfeld.
baby.
Kramer.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. There's no way. I mean, I get too horny.
Clip that off.
I got it.
It would be an interesting experiment how your performance on the show would be when
Oh, I'd be miserable. I know that.
you're short-tempered.
Going through withdrawals.
What if you could just have like a friend come over every now and again and have your sweet, sweet release, bro?
Well, yeah. I guess that. Well, it was masturbation, not sex.
Right.
That's
Oh.
right, yeah,
Well,
see what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
can do that because I have people I can call to come over. And,
You
Can
have
imagine?
people just waiting for your call?
no, I have a couple
Who are
girls
these
that
people?
I have a couple girls that I know that I don't have to do anything. I don't have to take them to dinner and wine and dine. Just come over, I'll cook dinner, and we'll have sex.
You really know how to
Just like that.
They're on
wine
call.
and dine.
Yeah.
And they're just waiting there hoping that
They're
you'll
not
call?
waiting. There's a chance I can call them and say I'm going out tonight. I'm busy. But I know if they come over, we're having sex.
In a move that will him his whole career. I mean, that one that talk about.
Just put the bat signal up in the air.
Guys, I just looked up this Mark Farner interview on YouTube. Hilarious that instead of having a picture of Mark Farner himself shown on the video, there's a picture of Kenny from the 90s in front of a Volkswagen.
That's my decision.
It's from Hedonism Chuck. I think more people are going to tune in to see hear Iggy, than they are Mark. No disrespect to Mark, but Iggy's the driving force
Right,
on it.
that was my decision.
I agree with the decision.
That's fine. Because it's
a show pony,
Iggy straight to the web, so there's a picture of Iggy. I get that.
If you listen to a podcast, the podcast art is going to show up, not like a picture of whoever they have as a guest. So it's the same idea.
Now I realize
Kick rocks, though, Chuck.
There's a lot of rock kicking.
I realized yesterday because I finally the great Craig Rutledge, who works for the station.
I love her.
He took care of my Hubbard email, and now
You now
have,
get access to the email, so you can see the Boy Pigs email.
He did that for me as
well. The problem is that I didn't know that our listeners were part of getting that email, because I guess when they do something with the app, it comes to us.
Yes, that's how we.
I didn't know
Boy
that.
Pig or Big Pig or whatever.
Big Pig.
I didn't know that. And I said, man, I got like 700 emails here. And the first one I saw, it said Boy Pig, and it said something.
Makes you wonder why you didn't get your email squared away sooner.
And it said Mark Farner. Dude looks like some guy I saw floating the Hoozow last summer. I thought Boy Pig was somebody from the station.
Yes, it's a code name for management.
Like I'm Iggy, you got King
3 to 5.
Iggy, King Scott. I mean, everybody's got kind of nicknames. I thought it was maybe somebody from the station who works here, who was Boy Pig. So I responded. I said, "LOL, could be. He's 74 and lives on a farm." Then I start going down, Boy Pig. Who is this guy? And it's a listener. I'm like, I'm actually responding to a listener like it's somebody who works here.
I saw you responded to Big Pig. That one response.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody who worked here, so I was acting like it was funny. I said, LOL. It wasn't funny at all.
I was wondering why you responded and why it was a nice response. I'm like, you've got to think.
I thought it was an employee. I thought only employees are using my email address.
Yeah, he's a loser.
There's an employee here going by the name Boy Pig and sending out emails.
I don't know. Everybody's got a nickname around here.
Bloated pig.
Can you imagine Boy Pig and Big Pig just head of sales?
So I don't know. Now I know all these things.
We got a meeting at noon with Boy Pig.
Now I see it. It's all
Then we got lunch with
Pig Vomit, Boy Pig. You don't know.
Iggy, how do you not know that? Tim has been mentioning that daily for a month. LOL. That's from the Holly Hills Hustler.
I don't know what email he's talking about since I didn't have it.
Hey, it's gonna be a short show today, folks. If we keep up with these calls, I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what? I got more important things to do. If you guys want to mess around and want to take calls today, we can do that too. You know.
Why is it going to be a short show? You're leaving without calls?
It's like a substitute teacher is pissed that the class is being disruptive.
All he does is take calls. He's not going to stop.
God bless America. You are welcome to get involved, as many people are clearly doing on today's show. Texting in to the EDF text inbox 314-881-TMA5. Calling into our Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line 636-9004-TMA. And then, of course, emailing in for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. Enterprise Contracting, your locally owned and operated storm damage insurance claim specialist in roofing, siding, and gutter replacement and repair. They can help evaluate your home for storm damage from hail and wind that the St. Louis area continually receives year-round. Not looking to go through the insurance claim process? Enterprise Contracting can help get you financed for your exterior replacement project. Upgrading your exteriors helps your home value and resale value if you are considering selling your home during the current record high home values. Give the pros at Enterprise Contracting a call and inquire about their free storm damage evaluation or ask them about their ongoing seasonal promotions. Just mention TMA when you call 314-455-5000. That's Connor Lee and Enterprise Contracting, 314-455-5000. It is 8:10 in St. Louis. Let's wrap up the Munganess 7 o'clock hour right here, right now. And Doug, when we come back,
What do we have?
we have a broadcaster getting too excited. Have we played this guy before?
I don't know.
Jackson?
Is it the guy down in Arizona?
No, EC. He's He's the Charlotte Hornets.
All right, we'll see
That's
what
what I play.
we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. We got that. And you are welcome to get involved on this program by emailing and competing for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. I mean, you got Brian Hench, you got Timmy Tom winning, so nothing but the best so far in the month of March. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Get the TMA mobile app and enable notifications so you don't miss a thing. See our content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Stream us on the TMA mobile app and at TMASTL.com.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design Air Heating and Cooling. I am a very happy client. Design Air Heating and Cooling and Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on the Book Now tab, and any issues you may be having with your HVAC system, they will take care of immediately. The customer service, second to none. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Kelly Morning After, the great Learn.
Thank
Listen
you.
to this crowd. I've never
Wow.
seen a response like this.
You guys have never seen a woman in here.
Or in general.
Oh, boy, it's a
We had
girl.
Nikki Glazer in here.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
Oh,
we
that's
kind of
right.
stole her from the Courtney show, and I don't know how excited they were about the fact that we kept her for 10 minutes.
Hey, you know what? You guys are fair game. You're on the way out as the guest to
Yes.
look out. So anybody that comes to any of these stations,
The
you guys
issue
just grab
was
them.
she was on her way in when we took her.
Oh, yeah, that's a no-no.
That was the issue. It is so wonderful to have you in studio.
Thank you.
But you get up early anyway.
Yeah, I get well, let's not call it early. I get up at 7:30. My body naturally wakes up at 7:30.
And then what do you do until you come in here? And
Let's see. So I wake up, I have my coffee. I start producing my show like around 8, and then I
Doug,
work
it sounds
out.
like she does show prep. This has been one of the best shows in TMA history. How about
No, it
that?
hasn't.
I agree.
It's just because I'm female and I'm not a porn star, and people are confused.
But my favorite part is when the cameras cut to one of Plowstone munching donuts as he stares directly into our eyes. How many donuts have you had, Plow?
I had 3, and then I just
Couple of
finished.
ribs now.
But my problem is I did change it back to auto, so it was, for some reason, every time I would take a bite of food,
It can hear it.
I would post up on like the wide-angled shot, and I would be eating it right in front.
Nice.
So I didn't know. Now the problem is rectified, but I did notice that at the beginning of this.
I mean, nothing but bones over there now with those ribs.
Yeah, that was good.
731 people currently watching is what the number is. Iggy, I don't know if we got to 1,000. Jackson, did we get to 1,000?
He's probably eating.
He's still
I
moving
think we're-
food. He's still moving food. He's in the doghouse.
I think he said 960.
He's in the doghouse.
Yeah, 960.
960. But
Dang
people
it.
have to go to work. Now, maybe if we promote, if Learn will do this.
Oh.
I mean, you're reading text, and they're as bad as the emails. If you would read a couple of emails, if we let people know that you're going to read our emails, I think they will come in to at least 1,000 at 9:45 to hear you read the emails.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
up to Tim. Tim's running the show. I'm just made a suggestion, trying to get to 1,000.
Jackson filters them because even when a female is not in the studio, we get Doug, what would you graphic emails are sent in, and you suspend the listeners.
Horrendous emails. Yeah, terrible. I have to keep the suspension logule right here.
Oh, that's a very old book.
Well, it's a couple of years worth of suspension.
It's Old Testament. What is that?
It is Old Testament.
It came from that era.
There's paperwork that needs to be done.
That's
People are
gorgeous.
Punished. Yes.
Isn't that a lovely suspension logule?
Let me see that book. Is this like a nobody else can touch it type of book?
You're allowed to touch it.
It looks like a very I got all my witchy books at home. They look like this.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's serious stuff there.
Now get the gong ready
We've had
because
2 or 3
what are we
years
going to have
worth of
here again?
well, I was going to say the reason our emails usually suck, but they're only good because Tim reads them.
Okay.
Jesus.
So you don't like it when I read them?
Just shots fired.
This is
No,
beautiful,
I got
Doug.
to tell you, my favorite reader is Brian Hoffman.
Well, yeah,
He's a
Brian,
legend.
because-
I love
yeah.
Hoffman.
He had no filter.
Just because we get so many drops out of him.
He didn't care.
He's like an 80-year-old man who would just say absolutely anything.
Yeah, that was a situation yesterday on 101 ESPN.
Oh, this is just 10 names of dudes.
Do you want to venture how to pronounce those
Please.
names? All right. This is what Jackson read 4 or 5 of those yesterday on our show on 101, and it did not go well.
Oh, these are the hockey players.
Yeah.
Difficult.
Let's see if Lauren,
no.
who you would describe yourself on a 1 to 10, a 1 when it comes to being a sports fan.
Yeah, I
correct?
do not know the names.
All right. I know, but
Or teams.
But Jackson is on 101 ESPN, and he struggled with them. So let's hear how somebody who is not a sports fan would do with this.
All right. Mario Lemieux.
Good.
I think we're going to count
Give you
that,
one.
Doug.
Yep.
Haryomya Yager.
Wow, that was
First
better
name,
than.
can't give you the first name.
But the last name pronunciation was
Yager
better
is
than.
right on.
Yager? Nice.
Yeah.
Marc Messier.
Very
Nice.
Good. Oh, you know French.
Foyer Messier. See, you're cool with that.
Yeah.
Steve Zerman.
Ah, for heaven's sakes!
Trip
This
me up,
guy
too.
was a star. This guy knocked us out of the playoffs one year.
What is it? The Y? The Y is
Yzerman,
allowed?
Steve Yzerman.
It's allowed. It's not silent. The Y is not silent.
That got Jackson. That's what really turned the 101 people against him
I mean,
yesterday.
he played against the Blues for 20 years.
He did?
Yes.
Oh my God! I should know him.
Oh, man.
Joe Sakic.
Sakic!
Jonathan Toews.
Taves! Jonathan Taves, he plays for the Blackhawks. He's the arch rival. These are big names in this town.
Suck on this, Doug.
For heaven's sake!
Clip that
You've
off.
been suspended.
Clip that off.
Keith Kachuk.
Good.
Walter, you know Walter.
Jacques Planta.
Not Planta, Plant.
Oh, Plant.
Jacques, I thought you knew French. Jacques Plant, first one to wear the mask. He played here for the original Blues.
Oh my
And you
gosh!
say Jacques Planta?
I do.
I don't even know you anymore.
Learn wasn't born when he was left
He's
here.
still a legendary figure
He
between the
is?
pipes.
Is he bronzed outside the Enterprise Center?
No.
Oh, well, then he's not too
legendary.
famous.
Not that legendary.
Martin Brodeur.
Oh, good.
Doug, we're going to
Oh,
give that. We're
Doug,
going to count that one.
okay.
Your French really is something else.
Thank you. I'm a French girl. Draw me like one of your French girls,
Paint me
Doug.
like one of your French girls. Nice.
Brian Suter.
Sutter.
That's not going to go well with Doug.
You know
That's
what?
not going to go well with
His
you,
name is in the rafters at the Enterprise Center.
I don't go to
Sutter.
the
He's one of those
games.
Sutter brothers. Sudsy.
I thought it was pretty good.
Thank you.
Iggy's got your back. You know you can count on that.
I know. I at least got one person.
Are you inviting me into your show at some point?
Let's get back
What?
to Iggy if we could.
Where did that come from?
Well, I had to get in at some point.
Hey, I mean, I talk for 60 seconds at a time, so can you get a thought out within 20 seconds?
Oh, without a doubt. And I live 3 minutes away, so it's no big deal.
Oh, well.
Oh, so you'll come in.
You could probably be there every
I'll
day
definitely
if you
come
don't mind.
You want to fill in for me for a week? I'm going to be off. I'm going to take a little
Well, that's not up
week
to me.
off.
That would be up to Marty.
Oh, let's talk to Marty after the show.
Iggy DJ an afternoon drive
I've
on
already said
KC.
that.
Wow.
I've already said that I would because I know U-Man voice tracks it, so even if it goes on vacation, he can do his KC Classic show. But I said it would be an honor to one day fill in and do KC Classic shows.
You need to tell Marty.
Yeah, I'm telling the wrong people because I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, don't tell him anything. He's just going to nod and be like, okay.
I don't know if I want to do your show. I do a show
What?
with you.
No, do my show.
Well,
so nobody else has to do it.
We'll talk to Marty.
He only
Oh.
wants to be there because you're there. He doesn't really want to do this
Yeah,
show.
I'm not going to be
You're
there.
not following this.
Oh, I'm not following.
I would have to have a board up because I'm.
You don't know how to run a. Who in here knows how to run a board?
Our board operator.
Plowhawk.
Jackson does too.
Yeah.
Riz runs his own board.
I know. And
How
if
about that?
if I owned a show, like a morning show with multiple people, I would probably have to be behind the board too.
You would want that? See, I don't feel like with all that we have going on with live reads and texts and
Yeah.
on YouTube, I don't think I would do nearly the good job that the Plowhawk does with our drops. I don't know. But when I heard that Riz did his own, plus he gets here at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. The Ryan Kelly Morning After exists because of the name on the show, and that's Ryan Kelly. You have been our title sponsor for a decade. You are the one we thank, and many people around town, the one that gets the blame for the show.
I do get the blame, too. I did all the glory and all the blame. I got to tell you, it's just humbling to hear what you just said. I remember I started with the text line sponsorship, and then after the first day, I go, I'll take the whole show. I love it so much. And refinance or buy a house, why'd you go anywhere else? Visit thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326240.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Check out listener rewards on the new TMA mobile app. Watch the show live on the TMA studio cams. Find it at TMASTL.com. Get the podcast on the TMA app. Download it now.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
I spent 4 years in San Francisco.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Doug, check it out. It's a Nards.
I like the Nards.
It's a good one.
We don't get enough commie Nards. Thank you, Plowsy, for playing this.
I remember the first time we played them on the show.
All right.
We were over the sex shop, and one of our listeners sent us a CD with like 13 perfect for morning after show rejoin music. And it was just a bunch of this kind of music.
Boy, he was right on the money with that, wasn't he?
Love the Nards.
260 friends of the feather watching. YouTube.com/TMASTL. Come on in there and talk it over with other listeners, especially now that you know that 1 out of 5 people watching are women. So this kind of is like a singles bar. Doug, this is like Harry's in 2001.
Boy, that was a happening place,
I'm telling you.
And then to think just a few years later, nothing. I mean, that's running a bar business.
Now they went to Brio.
1 minute you're the happening place in town, and the next minute, nothing.
We're the happening place in town.
We're not. This is not a singles bar atmosphere. And
I mean, if you look at let me see. Oink Oink the Boy Pig just posted in the YouTube chat, upload the podcast. So if you're a young single female in St. Louis and you see Oink Oink the Boy Pig just wrote upload the podcast.
Aphrodisiac.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Culver's after the show, and you're going to see girls in there podcasting.
That's right. Good
You're
for you,
going to
Clown.
Culver's?
Boy, I got to tell you, that sounds pretty good.
Oh,
What are you going to get?
Oh, the butter burger, bacon, cheese.
Nice.
But-
They got them crinkle cuts, don't they, boy?
yeah, I get that side of cheese sauce, too.
Bill is home, isn't he?
You think anyone has ever met their significant other through this show?
Yes.
Who?
We've had people hook up through this show.
You're damn right.
Who has?
With Iggy, for that matter.
Oh, Iggy has, yeah.
First and last, probably.
But that wasn't a significant other. That was just another casual fling from a Playboy.
I don't know if anybody
The significant
met their
other was there.
wives.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No, but I mean, actually met their significant other through this show.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
People have been cucked.
Who got themselves cuckolded?
Well, Iggy's situation. There's a guy that fell on the nightstand.
Pushed.
You pushed him?
I didn't know.
Doug, if you get pushed off the bed into the nightstand by a gentleman so he can have sex with your significant other, is that a cock?
It seems like it.
It's a charge.
That's kind of a berating.
Going the other way.
Kind of like a kick, get out. That's kind of a berating, I
No,
guess.
It's a bad
you
beat.
kicked him or he kicked you out?
I didn't kick anybody.
She kicked him out.
She pushed him and he fell over broke my radio and my lamp.
Oh, you got a little transistor radio on your nightstand?
No, I got a
That's like little Tommy Tribbins on a picture his room looking like.
kind of a
Sandlot.
It's kind of a boombox.
And he broke it?
That's how old it is.
Police scanner.
You break the antenna?
Like a time capsule in your apartment.
The antenna probably broke
CD
off.
player broke.
Oh, see, now Chris just showed up in the YouTube chat and he said, "Good morning, ladies." So he's starting.
He's hitting on him. That's how you get him.
Yep.
So this was a violent kick off of the bed. So violent, in fact, that it broke a piece of expensive
how violent it was. He fell over on the nightstand, and off went the radio, off went the lamp, and they both broke.
I mean, you talk about cucks and berating, but you never talk about physical contact.
The violence that goes along with it sometimes.
You don't even need a dunce cap because at that point you're humiliated.
Right.
No, I won't go any further than that. I'm a nice guy, so I'm not going
It's humiliating
to say
enough
why he
just,
was pushed off the bed. But
just to get kicked off of the bed, but to also break things on your way down to the ground.
Doug,
Yes.
a girl just texted the EDF text inbox,
Okay.
and she has her nipples pierced.
she show him?
But she said, "Me and my fiance listened to the show when we met. We're still listening 13 years later, and we're getting married on the 15th. Aaron and the Chuck."
Well, that's a Kevin Miller engagement. 13 years?
Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell.
No need to rush it.
So they were listening to the show when they met.
Mm-hmm.
How would that have happened?
They were podcasting while eating butter burgers at Culver's, just like the Plowhawks.
I guess they could have been at one of the live events.
Have you been to one of those live events?
Yeah, there are no women there.
In
There
most
are
lecture halls at
prostitutes.
Mizzou, you'll see girls like the teacher will have to say like, "Hey, take off your AirPods," and they're like, "Sorry, I was podcasting TMA."
They weren't.
Yeah, the Tigers do. They love the podcast, especially at games.
Oink Oink the Boy Pig is back. The only person to respond to Chris Good Morning Ladies post. Hey, Tim, who'd you build most of your lineups around this week?
Oh, jeez.
I didn't want to say it on the air. I will say it now on the air because the event has started, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Doug, we went heavy on Sung JM. Heavy on Sung JM.
Okay.
Was he 11,000? Was he over 11?
Doug, was he 9,900 on DraftKings?
Guys, I just don't pay a lot of attention to it.
But you draft and you've won 50% of the times you've competed.
Just about, yeah.
Last week, I think he was the second highest priced player.
Well, the field was...
and he missed the cut.
I think he might have been the highest priced player.
I think you're right. He could have been.
Doug, was he the highest priced player?
You're right. He might have been. I don't know, and I don't care what the prices are of these golfers.
Well, you're going to care what Chris Kirk is doing because he is 2 under par through 3 holes. What a bounce back for Kirk after he took that triple bogey on 15 Sunday at the Honda. Well, he drives up the turnpike and finds himself birdieing 2 of his first 3 holes in an emotional response to his failure on Sunday under pressure.
Whose team is he on?
Iggy's.
Yes, he's on my team.
I don't know.
Friend of the show, Adam Long, has played well there before, and he is 1 under par through 5, and Sung JM is 1 under through 4. Doug, you are asking who is off to a rough start. Your answer is Masters champion Charles Schwartzel, 6 over through 8. Russell Henley, a chalky pick this week, 2 over through 2. And Lucas Herbert was drafted by somebody.
Me.
He's 2 over through
But I
2.
cut him out, didn't I?
Oh, well, that's his choice.
Drafted him and knocked him off.
Keep those scratches off, 'cause I want to see how your scratches did.
Scratch the
Since
gerbil.
I let you scratch them.
Well, that was the rule.
I know. I still want to know.
Well, the sponsor wanted Doug to pick
I think Keith Mitchell's over par, isn't he?
Doug, have you seen what Mitchell's doing?
I couldn't be less interested in what Keith Mitchell is doing a couple holes into this tournament.
Yeah, they're not even
What
5
could be
holes in.
what could be a lower item of interest to the St. Louis region than the first couple of holes that Keith Mitchell played?
Billikens beat Rhode Island.
The trolley.
That's better.
If you get off to a bad start,
20 wins for the Bills.
there's only
Let's
100,
toot their horn for a little bit.
120 players. You need all 6 to make the cut.
Fred Thatch had a big game. 6-2. He had like 13 rebounds. That mean anything, or is it all about Keith Mitchell?
Who's that?
Mitchell. That's the show today. This Fred Thatch is a heck of a player. I believe he's from down Sykeston way.
Yep.
He scored like 20. He had 13 boards, and we're just going to ignore that because of what Fred Mitchell did the first couple holes. Not Fred Mitchell. What? I forgot his name. Is it Kevin Mitchell? That's how little I care.
He caught the ball barehanded off the bat of Ozzie Smith at the Old Busch Stadium. Remember that? It was so weird, but he did it.
I don't believe they beat Louisville, did they?
They didn't.
I don't think so.
Isn't it Montrezl Harrell year?
It was. Doug.
He was a
There's
monster
Cassidy in a
in that.
foyer.
He was a monster in college.
It's the Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour, your hometown appliance source featuring major brands like GE. And we are in our Michelob Ultra studios. And let me tell you something, Jack. Let me tell you something real crystal clear like.
Yeah.
Michelob Ultra's not only sponsor of the studios here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After, Michelob Ultra is the sponsor of the Dotem, which is fast approaching. Got registration coming up in a few weeks.
Is it? How many players you taking?
Fill them up. May 19th, May 20th, and we'll have the pre-tournament TMA Live with Lisa Ann, who's coming in for 3 nights, 4 days, 3 nights in St. Louis, at a location to be determined.
The golf tournament or her, where she's...
Where we do the show on that Wednesday night.
Okay.
And we're going to do a lesbian dating game.
Oh, we are.
Well, I'm going to try, but it's probably going to wind up being guys.
Yeah, you put a wig on some of these twinks, and they
Didn't we
got
do
ass.
couples last time?
We did.
Well, remember the
Yeah,
last
it's not like Lacey wants to go out with somebody by herself.
Yeah, the dating game, remember, there was about 8 contestants a week prior, and then 2 days before.
Well, a lot of grandmothers.
We used
maker.
Larry was one of the contestants.
Yeah, and then that day we're like, okay, we need a contestant.
It sounds like a fun thing, and then they realize, wait, our neighbors are going to find out about this, and the school teacher's going to know.
Yeah.
Michelob Ultra, the studio sponsor, the Dotem sponsor, and really kind of most importantly, the Fan Page Club Championship sponsor. We need to have a board meeting for the Fan Page Club Championship, because now that this is sponsored by Michelob Ultra and we are working at a legitimate operation here, I guess we got to kind of button this baby up.
Probably.
I think I kind of know, in terms of video, what we should be doing.
Oh, good. What do we got?
So, the first day is everybody plays.
May 1st, Doug, is when you are playing. I think you're teeing off at 11:20.
Well, I hope I can play.
So we can have a couple of people. I could be included in that, even though I'll be playing some video footage of that first day. Now, after that, it is individual matches.
That's right. That's correct.
So I think,
That's correct.
similar to poker, you have your featured table to where we look at the matchups in the second round.
And who gets Faraday, who gets Dottie Pepper.
Yeah, so you pick
who gets
one or
Nobilo.
two matches that we're going to follow, and you can continue to do that. Because it's going to be hard to follow, 8 or 10 or 12 different pairings in different days.
Doug, I know you wanted to be one of the on-course reporters for it, so we have that box checked.
I'll be there.
You said May, what's the date of it again?
May 1st for the
That's
first
a
day.
Sunday?
Right.
Yep.
Prime tea times at Gateway for this event. Michelob
Okay.
Ultra.
Can we go YouTube Live at any time?
Jackson?
I mean, yeah.
Nice.
So, I mean, we could do play-by-play that day in the opening round on YouTube and just have maybe we can get some volunteers of 5 or 6 people and we could have live on YouTube just watching matches.
Doug, can you imagine the numbers?
I think they'd be
Someone
astronomical.
with a cell phone is gonna follow the golf ball for these par 4, par 5 holes.
Well,
Gonna be able
I'm
to see
sure
where the
there's-
ball goes.
There's apps to follow the ball track.
There's ways of doing things.
Yep.
And we have
Shot tracer.
Logistically, this would be very difficult.
We have smart people here. at
I'm
this
with
building.
Jackson on
But
that.
think about the return on investment.
Well, I don't know.
I'm just thinking. I'm not going to do
I
it.
don't think there is any.
You're not going to do it, no. But someone else ought to run around like a chicken with his head cut off, following golf balls of 4 different players.
I'll be playing.
Yeah.
Well, Iggy's out then.
You just want them to cover your.
No, I said multiple cameras, multiple groups. I mean, I'm sure I'll be playing in Tim's group, but
You would have to think.
what we did last time.
That's right. KG and O-Town.
I'm just thinking. Hey, you can count me in the board meeting.
Nice.
Since I kind of ran it last year and the year before.
Are you going to take it up again this year?
No.
Yep.
Station is, aren't they?
Well, I mean, I think when it comes to people who handle sales and programming, I think they're like, hey, you have this event. We don't really know much about it, but we will sell it for you. And they did. And so I'm probably going to be more involved than I ever have been, which is fine. That's fine.
Can we add a bracket to the app?
That's coming up. Don't worry about that.
Oh, wow. Jackson just kind of scolded the plow.
No.
Shut up. I remember we had a conversation about
No
brackets
scolding.
in the past.
Yeah, we'll have a bracket.
Nice.
Okay.
I think we're going to do a tournament of best French fries, too.
Yep. We're gonna have it.
I think we should do a blind draw and actually do it live.
Doug, we'll do it live.
Do the blind draw live?
Just like they do in certain pro-ams. I mean, most pro-ams on the PGA Tour, they have a live party.
But that's the PGA Tour.
Well, yeah. What's your point?
There's
Imagine
a lot more people interested in that.
a blind draw of a 26
don't know about
handicap on his 18th wing
Yeah.
over on one of the establishments.
That's Johnny Walrus.
Johnny Walrus.
26 will be taking on Ant Peg.
Well, Aunt Peg's a bomber.
Yeah. I wish we could do live scoring for the Dotem on the app too. I kind of see
Jackson,
where
can we do
you're-
live scoring? On
That would be tough.
We can look into what's the app that all the clubs use when you're.
Oh, Golf Genius.
Yeah, Golf Genius. Maybe we can have a link to a Golf Genius.
Well, that's a gateway, right?
Right.
And I think we've had tournaments at Gateway where you download the app. Each foursome
Yeah.
downloads the app, and then you have to keep your score on the app. And you can go there and say, "Oh, look, such and such is leading 8 under."
Yeah, I think we can do some.
Live
We can do a
scoring
Golf
is fun.
Genius deal.
Things are getting naughty in the YouTube chat. Chris said, good morning, ladies. And then Rocchio's Guma said, hey, Chris.
Oh, so they may hook up.
You can watch at youtube.com/TMASTL and make sure to download the Morning After STL app. And check out the new shirts. This Mike Flanagan, I mean, he's always creating, Doug. He's back in the lab again, yo.
Yeah.
TMASTLshop.com with the TMA Waffle Fries T-shirt, in addition to the St. Patrick's Day shirts and hoodies, all these sizes, all these colors. Oh, my goodness. Variety, variety, variety. TMASTLshop.com. Iggy, can you imagine the numbers? A whopping 62 people might tune in. That's from Scott L.
You don't know that.
Well, how many were you?
Well, there's like 300 people watching this. Can you imagine sitting at home on a Sunday afternoon with nothing to do, and you just turn on YouTube and watch people play golf and commentary? And
But it's not going to be big television cameras. It's going to be on somebody's shaky cell phone, if they can get there in time to get the shot.
Not
if
great
they can follow
Wi-Fi.
the ball.
we'll figure it out when we have the board meeting. You can count me in on that. I'll do whatever.
Iggy's in the board meeting.
Whatever you need me to do.
You'd need 100 people on cell phones all over the course to capture anything.
And then we need a director switching. All right, go to camera 8 over on number 9. Guys putting for a double to win the hole.
Yeah. We got line 7 putting for 8 to win. Yes.
Maybe if everybody wore a GoPro on their head, you could get some decent shots.
Doug, what am I hearing? Doug, is that my nurse?
I think that's Ronnie's interview starting.
Wasn't Rocky's Guma.
Jackson, what's going on back there?
What's up?
Oh, sorry to interrupt you.
We just heard a girl talking in the back.
Oh, it's Christy. My brother's here, so I gotta go scoop him up.
Scoop him up?
Wait, what do you mean?
The hell's
Don't say scoop him
What, did he
up.
get flattened?
Bring your sibling to work there. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Oh, my brother doing a hit on Randy and Michelle.
Doug, what's going on?
He is or you are?
Not my brother, some of his students.
Who's his students?
Man, this is.
Where does he teach?
Parkway. Here, I gotta go get him.
Rock line him up?
Oh, sorry
Go scoop him
Yeah,
up.
quit bothering
Listen,
me.
sorry, we got a live show going on, and we got a class of Parkway students that need to come on and make an appearance on some other show.
Imagine an executive producer needing to let some students in to go on to another show.
Doug, what is going on?
I don't know.
And the executive producer of Randy and Michelle's called Jackson. Hey, we need a guest. Can you bring in your brother and his kids to do a hit? You got it.
How many guests do you go through that tell you no before you get around to the 6th grade class at one of the Parkway Elementary schools?
Oh, God.
Hey, morons.
So much I don't
Doug,
get.
I think this was sent to us.
Okay.
You guys can't even figure out how to turn off the live stream every day, much less have a multi-camera golf tournament feed. That's
No.
what the
I
Concord
double-clicked the
got.
live feed that one day, so I think
That was
it
the best.
off.
We were in a commercial break on 101 ESPN, and I still had the YouTube page up. And I went back over to close out the window, and I go, "Oh my God, it's still live!" And they're like guys in there talking about who they see walking back and forth.
Oh,
Construction guys that are kind of looking at the camera to see if they're on.
Like the nanny cam. He's like, you don't know what's there. Is there something in there?
I just double-clicked on live, and so I obviously turned off and then turned back on right away.
Well,
It does happen, though.
Guys, this is Jackson's Jimmy Regan grade school lunch reunion moment. Learning from the best producer in St. Louis. That's from Hedonism Chuck. I don't know what Jackson's got going on.
I've yet to see Learn in the Building.
wait, she was here in our studio.
Well, you know what? Because when I taped the Mark Farner,
I'm going to get back to that.
well, I mean, I was here till like 1:45 because I was meeting with Christy and about some other stuff.
How did Learn come up here? I'm asking.
I think we were talking about being in the building.
Being alive.
You just pulled that right out of the air.
No, I think we were talking about being in the building or something like that.
I'm breathing. So.
And I said I was here till like 1:45 during the Mark Farner, but I never ran into Learn.
Okay. That's what Adidas
Should
does.
have played that one. No, I said that about Lux yesterday too, because Learn put up. Well, I think 105.7 put out a release from Learn or Lux that she's leaving in May, and Learn put it on her Facebook page, and I responded that we've yet to run into each other in the building.
It's a meaningful post.
I meant that to Lux. I've yet to run into Lux.
Okay.
I just said something nice. I just said, you know, you're a breath of fresh air on your social media and on the air, and you know,
Kind of hitting on her?
I said, but I said we still have until May to run into each other. I said if I ever stay past 10:01.
What'd she say?
I don't believe I got a response.
But you're going to shoot that bowling video, that Academy Award nominated bowling short.
I haven't heard from her, so probably not now.
I think that increased the retirement.
Yeah. That's going to be a big 3 days, though. We have the Dotem Friday, or Thursday and Friday.
And the pre-party Wednesday. And the location TBD.
And then Point Fest is that Saturday.
Yeah, pony.
Yeah, so it's a big 3 days.
Lucianne ought to stay in town for Point Fest.
Oh, yeah. I bet she'd love that.
She might really like that. She's really looking forward to being here, man.
She is?
Did she go back Sunday or Saturday?
Right now, it's scheduled to be Saturday.
No, we got to talk to her and see, you want to stay an extra day and come hang out at Point Fest?
Where would she stay? There's really no apartment or any place where she could stay that extra night for nothing.
I'm sure we can take care of it.
Nice, Bill.
And by we, I mean...
You?
No, not me.
You would invite her to stay with you.
Well, I'm sure she's at a hotel. Who is that?
Doug, what a wonderful interview. I'll play a clip of that on Balloon Party.
Gabby Carter. You should play clips of Gabby Carter.
She was a golfer?
She was a golfer with one of the best swings I've ever seen, and then she went on to become a wonderful adult star. Doug, I think at the moment she's retired. But
golf?
She's kind of like...
Here come the students. The students are walking by now.
Oh, my God, these are like
going for
children.
their interview. Yeah.
Hello. And there's a gentleman videoing them going in. There was a lady.
Going to do a hit.
Yeah.
On 101 ESPN.
Jackson's lining up guests for other stations. In the middle of our show!
Guys, sometimes it seems like Iggy is participating with another show besides this one. That's from Period, Like the Dot.
It does seem like that sometimes.
What are you even talking about? Did you just black out on the air? That's from Harrison's brother, Matt.
Something was brought up about the building or something, and I
will say nothing was brought up to learn.
But when we talk about the building, it doesn't always mean, geez, I wonder where Learn is in the building.
I don't... Something was brought up that made me say that.
Why isn't
I just
Learn
didn't bring
in
it up
the
out of the
building?
air.
I've never met her in the building.
Well, we all work together.
Leave this
But I've yet to...
alone.
I just ran into King Scott. We were talking for a little bit.
Were you?
During the morning, I run into everybody. But, of course, I usually go in their studios, but...
I saw Burton during our commercial break. And he goes, I didn't realize you guys didn't go on until 7, so it was weird me out when Iggy was texting me during what I thought was your show, and he was texting me about Playboys.
Why in the world would you do such
They were
a
talking
thing?
about it on their show. I was in the kitchen making coffee, and 105.7, the Riz show is on in the kitchen, and they were talking about Playboys and how much they're worth, and I just texted Jeff, and I said, I've got like 300 Playboys and can't get anything for them.
So that's how much they're worth. Nothing. Things are only worth what someone's willing to pay.
And then we were texting back and forth on which ones would be worth money. I said, well, the early ones in the late 50s, early 60s.
And by worth money, you mean $1 or $2?
I offered all 300 of mine for 100. I couldn't get a sniff.
Okay.
So that's what Jeff and I were talking about.
Can Plow Dumb turn the drops back on YouTube? That's from the...
Oh, son of a... Yeah,
Come on, Plowsy.
Here,
Come on.
This aux thing is so frustrating. It's the last thing I think about to turn it back on.
Doug, is there some kind of text setting we can have? I don't know. Is there any way we can...
No, and...
I don't know. Are you high as a kite right now?
Look, even if I wasn't, it's hard to remember that sort of thing, like, consistently.
Why do you turn the auxiliary off? That's just for my 9 o'clock hour song, right?
No, because we play for 8 o'clock hour song, too, for anything we play over, like, even if we're not singing it, we are playing.
Even Communards coming back for
Man, how
30 seconds?
Master right there, too. Yeah, even for 30. So it's on. My apologies.
Okay.
Nice. It was a nice apology. James Carlton doesn't have to apologize for being the best. He just is. He's in Webster Groves, State Farm Insurance Agent, 314-961-4800. Doug, why don't you ask me who my insurance agent is?
Who is your insurance agent?
James Carlton. Just so happens to be the gentleman I'm endorsing right here on the air, and I'm endorsing because I work with him, and I made the choice to switch to him, and then I switched to him, and they did all the paperwork for me. So as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look, I'm with James Carlton now, and it's sweet. 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net. Now you're working with the best. You call there during business hours, you're going to talk to somebody immediately, and they are right here in the St. Louis area working in an office in Webster Groves, and they're looking for ways to save you money, and the customer service is second to none. It's something that I kind of in the back of my mind I used to worry about, and now I'm with James Carlton. I don't think anything of it because I know they're taking care of it, and that is peace of mind. The best, James Carlton, 314-961-4800. Go online at carltoninsurance.net. Call in to our Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line, 636-9004 TMA, and send your emails in for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. We had a great competition yesterday. Brian Henshin won on March 1st, and then Timmy Tom came along and took down March 2nd. Who will win today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Doug, we've talked about how some play-by-play guys are getting into the yelling business.
Yeah.
I guess Gus Johnson maybe kind of got that trend going. Here is another one. I don't know if you watched any of the Charlotte Hornets game.
I missed it last night.
We'll take a listen. This is Eric Collins.
Okay. Hit the lever, Plowsy.
Yep, I hit it.
Mobley. Rozier in the trees for another tough rebound. Oh, my goodness! Miles Bridges! Are you kidding me? With some funk here in Cleveland.
That would hurt my throat.
They were up by 20.
Yeah, they were up 20 in the third.
Harry Carey used to get really excited in his
I
younger
felt like
days.
he was really excited, though.
He was. This was younger days. With the Cubs, he was just kind of turned into a caricature of himself. But back in the 50s and 60s, when he was the Cardinals, he was the greatest. He was really something. And he would scream a lot.
And he would speak his mind.
Yeah. Got him in trouble. So.
Ah, come on, Maxie, take those kind.
You know what he said?
Yeah, I think it's on the 64.
Are you kidding me?
I think it might have been Shannon. Missed a ball or something. They were going for it, and drops. Come on, Maxie, take those kind. Like Maxville, you go catch it.
Yeah. I think Ken Boyer blamed Harry Carey for kind of turning some of the people against him because he was always hard on Ken Boyer for some reason. But
Doug,
that's different than this guy, of course.
There is a Gabby Carter golf course scene. My, oh, my. That comes from Oink Oink, the Boy Pig.
Is that right?
It really is like a singles bar in that YouTube chat.
Is it?
Feels like it. Yeah, we need a disco ball in here up above Plowsy's head, I think.
Well, Chris Mack is not happy with the aux button.
Is it still off?
Christy Mack?
No, it's on. Well, it was off for a little bit there.
All good.
Just something that I haven't been accustomed to doing for 7 or 8 years.
And what happens when it's off?
It's not anything that goes over the computer. It could be drops, music, anything like that. Can't hear on YouTube. You could obviously hear it over the air.
Oh,
you stream it.
So you can still hear it over the air or on the podcast.
Yeah,
it's just on YouTube.
Strictly YouTube. Yeah, which is I get annoying if you are watching it strictly on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm not disagreeing that you shouldn't be upset,
well,
but it's just something that
We never had to worry about it before. Now, Hubbard has a license, so we can play whatever we want over the air, but YouTube we don't.
Correct.
So after a certain period of time, after 10 seconds, you're not allowed to play music.
Oh, is that the deal on YouTube? 10 seconds?
That
Is
you
that right?
don't
I didn't
own.
know.
Either 10 or 30, and I know we play.
Jackson, what's the word?
I think that's a gray area. I don't think you're allowed to play any of it if you don't have the license for it.
But any is interpreted to mean 10 or 30 seconds.
Well, I think people can get away with it if they play it for under 10 seconds, but I don't think it's allowed.
I see all kinds of music on YouTube.
Right, but there's several reasons that they can or cannot play it. If you're making money off a YouTube video, you cannot play music that does not belong to you.
I watch music videos with my son all the time. You know what music video is into right now? Take a guess.
Can we have initials?
Wiggles.
No, this would be, I don't know if it was a #1 song. It's a song that we referenced on the show this week.
A song we referenced on the show.
And it's from the 1980s. There is a foreign lass in the music video, which is why I think he's...
Walk Like an Egyptian.
Susanna Hoffs, but no. Bangles.
Can we have another clue, please?
This couple wound up...
Donnie and Marie.
Oh, it's a Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston song?
Getting married. I think, Doug, am I right? Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston only had one duet together.
I don't know.
Was that Something in Common? Was that the name of the song?
I don't know. I'm worried about Keith Mitchell golfing.
Struggling. Great ball striker.
He's back to even.
Okay.
Nice birdie on 5.
Was that the correct answer?
No.
Jackson. Can we have initials, please?
BJ.
It's two people or one?
Bon Jovi.
Billie Jean. Ween.
One person or two?
The artist's name.
Billy Joel.
Yes!
Oh, that was easy.
He's watching Billy Joel videos?
Was it the President's song?
Uptown Girl.
Oh.
Acoustic session.
Christy Brinkley.
I think the Christy, and I believe the first time I got a tingly feeling, at least from a female, was the Billy Joel video.
How about a male?
Were they married at the time?
That was Daryl Porter in '82.
Were they dating at the time when they did the video?
I don't think so, but I think that's what lit the fire for the relationship. What a beautiful woman, and still to this day.
Still, yeah. Mid to late 60s at this point.
That, yeah, I guess
Still
so.
looks like she's about 30-something.
Oh, she was drop dead gorgeous in
Doug, she is
Family
68.
Family Vacation?
Yeah, Family Vacation. Caddyshack. Yeah, Family Vacation. She drove that.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Was she an SI swimsuit model?
I believe so.
Yes.
She's a single ass if anybody in the YouTube chat wants to see if she's in there.
She might be a handful.
Just slide
Hadn't she been married three?
Exactly what she wants.
She's been married 3 or 4 times.
Doug, that is actually correct.
I think she's probably a snootful. High maintenance.
So?
Women that are that beautiful are going to be high maintenance more often.
You get a
than
good
not.
6 months out of it.
I'm not high maintenance.
You're not a woman and you're not beautiful.
I'm zero.
Drop out of that.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with you?
Thank
You think Tim is a woman?
What's wrong with No, but he's beautiful. What's wrong with your eyesight?
Oh, gosh.
You get some glasses. My boy.
No, I think if you're that beautiful, that much of a superstar, and your whole identity is how beautiful you are, I think they're probably extremely high maintenance, in general.
That's interesting because I got to tell you, watching interviews with her, she seems that doesn't seem how she is. Now, of course, that can be
When the cameras
facade,
go off and you're
right.
married to someone and you're waking up in the morning, that would be different.
She was married, as you know, to Francois Allais from 73 to 81, then Billy Joel from 85 to 94. Richard, is it Taubman or Tubman?
I don't know.
94 to 95, so that one was a little brief.
Yeah, that's 3.
And then Peter Cook from 96 to 2008. She has 3 children. ChristyBrinkley.com. Check it out.
4 ex-husbands.
Well, a couple of them lasted 10 years, so it's not like it was
Still 4
wham, bam,
ex-husbands.
thank you, ma'am, out the door.
4 ex-husbands.
Except for that Cook
That's
dude. He didn't last long.
That's extremely unusual to have 4 divorces. It's not unheard of.
But 2
it's
of them lasted
very-
fairly long.
Okay.
Unlike Mickey Rooney's marriages, all of them lasted like a year and a half.
Did he consummate the marriage?
With Ava Gardner?
Not with Ava.
In September 2015, it was widely reported that John Mellencamp was in a relationship with Brinkley. In August 2016, the couple announced their separation after almost a year of dating.
I guess on top of being high maintenance, you probably have guys constantly hitting on her also.
I don't know. And I know that sounds maybe counterintuitive, but I would think that somebody like that probably, well, first off, she's not going to be out in public, but I don't know. I mean, maybe guys are pursuing her through, because if you're going to be pursuing, you're probably going to be pursuing her through a conduit. You're not walking up to her at Napoli.
No, she wouldn't be at Napoli, but she'd be at parties.
Parties in the park.
Parties in the park, sure. I don't think she'd be in St. Louis necessarily.
You ever been to the Landing?
Right?
I have been. I was running to get to my car before the gunman got close enough to fire off a good shot.
Did I tell you about the time where we had there was like a stabbing, and I was on my way out, walking a candidate we just interviewed out to their car, and the building manager's like, "What are you doing?" No, there was a stabbing right next to the building. I'm like, "Oh, well, this person's probably not taking this job."
Which station was that?
No, it was at it was at Abstract. It was but the landing itself, they added 24-hour security guard.
How about that, Doug?
They have a couple lofts that are being built. I think they're probably done by now. It's kind of revitalized a little bit. That right when I started working there, they redid like the roads. It's just a little bit smoother to drive on in terms of, that brick was really tough on your transmission and your alignment to your vehicle.
Yeah.
So
I saw a stabbing in Columbia, right outside the Blue Note.
Columbia, Illinois?
Missouri.
Oh.
Went to see the Sheiks one Saturday night. We're at the Blue Note and standing outside talking, and some guy just walked up to a guy with a knife and put it right in his gut.
Probably a Vanderbilt fan.
No reason?
Well, I'm sure they had a beef or something going on, but just saw this guy with a knife. Just went. Have you ever heard a knife go into his stomach? Yeah.
You could hear it?
Yeah.
You were that close?
like 5 feet away.
And how was the guy? How was the victim?
They took him away in an ambulance. I don't know. Wasn't a friend of mine, so I didn't go to the hospital with him. I think the Blue Note's still there, isn't it, Jackson?
Of course. Yeah, 9th Street.
Oh, wow, even on the street?
I mean, there's not. Downtown Columbia is pretty easy to
Yeah, I guess that's probably.
it's either numbers or trees.
Yeah, Western had East Jackson and Adams Street.
Did you tear up the bar scene while you were there in Western Illinois?
Banging them two at a time,
all
huh?
I did was work, and all I did was school, man. I did not. I had a good time at college, but in terms of, going out on the weekends or drinking no.
Macomb is a wild town.
It was when I went there.
Was it?
Highest amount of enrollment the 2.5 years I was there. So we
How
had
many
the-
people go there?
we had the
20,000 or
We had the
so?
Wheeler Block Party that made national news. The National Guard had to go in there, so that was wild and crazy for
You
sure.
got some feisty farm boys going there.
People were lighting out it was just the fires that were being started on
We
the
didn't
stop
start the
signs.
Cletus just texted me to vouch for Christy Brinkley, which is nice. He says she was a very beautiful plus-size model.
Plus size?
For him, yeah. She was over 80 pounds.
Forgot he has a thing for that.
She's obese, according to him.
I'm barely his type.
She's not shopping at August Max.
If I was 5 pounds heavier, he wouldn't give me the time of day.
Is that right?
Didn't that funeral parlor get some action in Macomb? Didn't they have a hot tub back there?
Doug?
Where at the
Funeral parlor?
funeral parlor? I don't know.
Got some action?
Funeral parlor.
I just heard there's a funeral parlor in Macomb that had, it's kind of like a night spot. They had a hot tub back there.
I don't know. I'm not familiar
It's
with
like
it.
Mad
I'm
Libs.
intrigued
Doug
by
can't even handle it anymore.
I'm intrigued by
I
it.
just,
Where
we were
would it
talking
be?
Macomb. I didn't just throw it in there.
Wouldn't
we
that
were
be
talking
a
Macomb.
bad taste to go have a party at a funeral parlor with a couple of dead people waiting
I
for
don't know.
You said there's a hot tub?
Right.
I thought there was a hot tub there.
Dude, I was wheeling a cart full of chicken lips around at like 2 a.m. selling it to drunk people.
Chicken lips?
What's
Yeah,
a
it's just
chicken
like a
A
4 to 6 ounce chicken, and you bread it, you dip it in either our barbecue sauce or a hot sauce, and you put it on a stick, so it's like a lip on a stick.
Got it.
Lip on a stick.
And you were selling
And
those.
that's how I would work at that. Obviously, I did Burger King. I did daily newscast. Did the video editing. Had my radio show from noon to 4 a.m.
You were a
3
slave
days
to
week.
journalism.
Noon to
It was
4 a.m.
Noon to 4 a.m. Man.
Oh, my
Or, I
God.
mean,
That's a
midnight.
great
That's a long shift.
Midnight to 4 a.m.
Oh.
Excuse me. So yeah, it was.
4 hours off a day.
I would just put Garth Brooks live on, the 10-minute songs, and just go downstairs and chill. And so
Okay.
Western was fun as hell.
Mark Hanna is fun as hell. He is online at evergreenstl.com, and you can call him at 314-889-0503. And Jackson, you're working with him. Producer Joe is working with him. What's going on? Tell me what the secret is.
Oh, he's just the best in the business. Great guy, wonderful guy. Had a little issue a week or two ago, and I said, "Hey, Mark, cool if I call you real quick?" He said, "Anytime."
What was
Gave him a
your
call.
issue?
Oh, well, I'm moving at the end of the month, and I wanted to talk with
Look
him.
at this guy, Doug. Got a place in Huntley.
Yep, moving in North Huntley.
House just got built.
Yep.
North Huntley.
North Huntley.
That's at the mall there. That's Frontenac though. That's
Yeah, well, you say tomato, I say tomato. Either
Okay.
way, Central Corridor.
Patipa, patapa, patipa, patapa.
And Mark Hanna just advised me well. That's what I'll say. He advised me well. He's a very intelligent human being, and he's a wonderful human being. He's sincere, and he's helpful, and I'm a real big fan of Mark Hanna. He learns about each individual he works with, creates a plan for them, educates them on the plan, and then every 6 months, maybe a year, he'll give you a call. You'll talk it over, make sure that your goals are still the same, and if they're not, they'll make some adjustments, because Mark Hanna is the best, on top of being just a world-class human being. So if you don't have anybody, give Mark Hanna a call. And if you already have someone, you should probably make the switch.
314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. We will bring this appliance discounters 8 o'clock hour to a conclusion. If you're in need of an appliance right away, you won't wait weeks. At Appliance Discounters, they have an 80,000 square foot warehouse filled with GE appliances along with other brands. You can't wait weeks when your refrigerator, washer, or dryer goes out. Go to the appliancediscounters.com. Work with John and Denise Bradley. Great to have them back on the show as sponsors. Appliance Discounters, I work with them, and when I work with them, they work. That's the right place to be, theappliancediscounters.com. Email me, DM me. I like to introduce you to the sponsors. I want you to contact me. I want you to contact me.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. T. McKernan at InsideSTL.com. T. McKernan at TMASTL.com. And remember, you can always shop online at theappliancediscounters.com. Coming up in our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, it's the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. The Ryan Kelly Morning After exists because of the name on the show, and that's Ryan Kelly. You have been our title sponsor for a decade. You are the one we thank, and many people around town, the one that gets the blame for the show.
I do get the blame, too. I get all the glory and all the blame. I got to tell you, it's just humbling to hear what you just said. I remember I started with the text line sponsorship, and then after the first day, I go, I'll take the whole show. I love it so much. And refinance or buying a house, why'd you go anywhere else? Visit thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326240.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
This St. Patrick's Day, celebrate with Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple blended, triple distilled, smooth sipping Irish whiskey. Drink as the Irish do, raising a dew in a brew and a toast to good friends and company. May you work like you don't need the money, like Jackson. Love like you've never been hurt, by Doug. Dance like no one is watching, like Ken. And live every day as if it was St. Patrick's Day, like Tim. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Glasses up to responsible drinking. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2021, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, New York.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. Featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com. The most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
I mean, what the hell is going on?
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2,
Collinsville, St. Louis. Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Watch TMA on YouTube. Click the bell to subscribe. Download the podcast. Find it at TMASTL.com or wherever you podcast. And check us out on TikTok at TMASTL.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and I still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
I'm as moist as a freshly baked Betty Crocker cake.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2,
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis, you are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Timothy Mike McKernan, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode, the Peoria Plowboy, and Action Jackson with you. In our Munganess 7 o'clock hour, we are broadcasting live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, and you are watching us on YouTube, and you might notice that we are dainty. We are dainty.
But still cute.
Well, can
Cute as a button,
you can be
some of us.
cute and fancy, but dainty. And that's the thing that I think is kind of fun about this show, is that we're dainty.
And that means twinkish?
Right. That's correct.
Who's the daintiest among us?
Oh, man. I think Plowhawk has to be. I mean, he's $130. Boy, I saw you on the golf course yesterday, Plowhawk.
Mm-hmm.
My God. I mean...
Chiseled.
Are you chiseled?
I wouldn't use that word.
How often do you hit the weights?
Never.
Because you're a big guy. Never.
I don't think I ever have.
You've never lifted weights? Ever?
Probably not since 7th, 8th grade.
Do you have any desire to do so?
I mean, I would have a desire to stay in shape. The silhouette is here, by the way.
Oh, nice, Doug. You can mouthify that mic.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, the chorus.
To mouthify that mic.
That's a perfect golf weather in terms of
Yesterday?
temperature. Yesterday.
Were the conditions leading to optimal scoring for the players?
Don't do that with your mouth. Don't go.
No.
Let me have some time to think.
I mean, I shot
what is
myself
that?
a 106.
Jackson,
but,
is this?
But it was a tidy little 106?
No, the range was closed because it was a little sloppy in that range area, and I don't blame them. The tractor would have probably gotten stuck. So didn't get as many practice swings, and it was like, and you haven't played in 10 months. It's, you know, I shot a 58-48, so gained 10 strokes on the back.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That's not bad. That's not horrible. Course was in decent shape after they were covered in snow about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little muddy. But I brought a towel, and me and Iggy had a grand old time.
You had golf cart? You just drive it anywhere still?
No, we kept to the rules.
Did you? Yeah, I don't believe you.
Who was involved in this? Who was involved in this foursome?
It was me, Iggy, and then Cletus and Mike Lee. So we had a.
Mike Lee's been playing well.
Yeah, I mean, his trage is pretty good.
Is it nice?
Yeah, I got a video of him hitting. So, Mike Lee, haven't seen him in well over a year, so he told me some new fun stories and
about beverage cart girls in the area.
I mean, basically that topic, yeah, for the most part.
He stuck to it for 18 holes.
Yeah, it's impressive, his ability to focus.
Consistency is the key. But yeah, I had a blast. Loved it. Normandy was great, and.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Get the TMA mobile app and enable notifications so you don't miss a thing. See our content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Stream us on the TMA mobile app and at TMASTL.com.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
To sing today because he's not here. He just can't.
Well, I mean, we
quite
give
get
him
back in
time, and I understand he gets his coffee. There's construction going on in the kitchen. I think he's having issues with the hot water.
Yeah, that's a very complicated thing.
Now, Iggy is back.
So the song is over now, Iggy. It played. You weren't here.
I was like 1 minute behind Plowsy. I figured I had plenty of time.
Well, you missed it.
Well, you got to hear a beautiful song without me singing.
Yeah. Well,
This is a really good song, too, honestly.
Party.
Nice.
Burns to say this beautiful lady is walking around with me. And then she asked me, do you feel alright? And I say yes,
Bill.
I feel wonderful tonight.
It's about Bill. He looks really good tonight.
I feel wonderful because I see the love light in your eyes. Wonder of it all is that you don't realize how much I love you.
I don't know if the
Play it slow hand.
Ooh, a girl just posted in the YouTube chat and said, read them words, Leather.
No patio for you, honey.
Oh, she just lost her chance?
Well, she'll have to live an orgasm-less existence. But Doug, still, what wonderful tunes we're hearing here. No aux.
It's time to go home now.
Did you have the aux button pressed, Iggy?
It's off.
Got an aching head. So I give her the car keys.
It's a higher note.
And she helps me to bed.
Arch Madness starts today.
Really?
And then I tell her, it's almost over. As I turn out the light, I say, my darling, you were wonderful tonight.
I miss Wichita State and Creighton playing in that tournament.
Shockers and Blue Jays.
Oh, my darling,
Kind of added a lot of
you were wonderful tonight.
Remember when Wichita State came in here about as good as anybody in the country that went.
Greg Borschel.
Yeah.
What a beautiful song.
It's a great bed for Missouri Valley talk.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Please don't.
That was a beautiful song for the girl who called me Leather.
I miss Doug Elgin.
Jen called you Leather.
I'll take that as a term of endearment.
Oink Oink the Boy Pig's back and says this is supposed to be a cappella. He doesn't understand the aux button.
You could tell them 100 times. They'll always do the same complaint.
Who, the Boy Pig?
Just all the listeners, and they think they're
Jackson's had enough. You can tell he's finally had enough.
Yeah, Bonnie's called back for the final interview, and Jackson is now healed.
It's unbelievable. We've explained it 100 times. I don't,
How did I sound a cappella, by the way?
handsome.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, I like that.
Great.
Yeah, that would sound kind of weird on YouTube where I'm just singing and you have no music behind me.
I think it's a nice little bit.
Oh, sketches or bits?
That's a bit. I feel it might be a sketch because it's pretty.
I think it's
Corey Patterson stopped it out. Oh, I missed that. I'm wrong.
That's more of a sketch.
That's a sketch right there.
You would think that was... People from out of town come in and hear that and they think, this is a bit, right? Is this a daily bit with this guy?
I think it is.
Doug, imagine driving into St. Louis in awe of what you see.
Yeah.
And, of course, you're scanning through the HD2 stations.
Right. It happens all the time. Most of our listeners are from out of town.
It's on shuffle.
Yeah.
Tourists.
That's what
And you hear this.
Now, when you say they're in awe, is it because we have no riverfront? Because you drive in, you kind of see...
Yeah.
Now, if you're on
so
HD2,
sad.
you hear the music behind my singing. So they think, oh, Eric Clapton.
They don't think that because they're not tuned to
Who's
it.
this guy singing with Eric Clapton? What is this?
They're upset. You know that you're upsetting them.
Now, can you pull YouTube up on your car?
Yes.
No. You pull that up and say, what is this? There's no music here. Just a guy singing, and he sucks. And then Tim says, a girl said, hi, Leather.
I know, she said, read it, Leather.
Why do they call you Leather?
I don't know, because I wish we had the clip when Learn was in here. She said,
There's
you don't
our
look...
Learn reference.
You don't look
9
like...
o'clock
Well,
hour, Maggie O'Brien.
she verified. She goes, you don't look like Leather. Why did they say that about you?
Well, they called you some horrible names there for a while.
You called me Leather.
Catcher's
What was that you said?
Come on, Leather.
Come on, Leather.
But they called you they've called you horrible names.
Yeah, they have.
Apricot face and things like this.
Canned raisin or something.
Yes.
They ran out of vegetables, so they went
I've
to the
heard-
fruit variety.
I think someone once called you rat breath. I didn't think that was fair.
Why would they call you these names?
No.
Rat breath.
I gargle and brush my teeth 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
Because I smoke, so I don't want my breath smelling like smoke.
Beer Cats is...
Who cares? This guy.
Yeah.
Got done wrapping silverware.
I almost dropped an F-bomb. I almost said this effing guy.
I have it ready.
is not happy with the commercial break. So the commercial break before the 9 a.m. Segi is a restart of today's show. Sweet effort, boys. Doug, what was going on?
Now, the short segment I put in, it was read out. Apparently, it needs to be reloaded, so it skipped right to. And I stopped it immediately, and you move on.
Last time you mentioned about playing it that quickly, you were furloughed.
Well, no, this is just a
No, that one was a real firing.
Oh, okay, that was.
Yeah, that time actually.
That one was.
I get them
That
all-
one was a real
I
firing.
get them all
Although the
mixed
other
up.
one was a real firing too. It was called a furl.
I get them all mixed up.
But yeah, so it's a little segment that needs to be reloaded. So when it fired and triggered, it obviously didn't play. So it switched to the next thing. So I mean, it's just,
I'm sure that ruined your day, Bearcat. Sorry.
well, I was upset by it, but
Did they pipe that in an Angry Beaver?
15 months in, and the listeners have finally broken Jackson. Toughen up, you twink. That's from the 314. That could be a shirt. Toughen up, you twink.
I couldn't be happier where I am. I don't know. I'm not. It's just like it's just stupid. Like when you keep saying like, I can't hear the music on YouTube. No doubt.
Now, why do you put the person with a southern dialect? Doug, you know there's a southern dialect.
Well, it's tough for me to do an accent like for someone who has no teeth, so I just kind of go with it.
That's what we like to call the defiance.
But
The producers strike back.
I couldn't be happier. It was doing great.
You're coming after the Toothless Hill people.
15 months, a good run. I think Pete had about 7 segments.
Right, yeah. And he realized he had made a bad choice.
And he
My brother
got off
just came and visited me. It's all good.
He got off the fan page 1 second after he left the building his last day. I mean, I think he was deleting the fan page as he was walking out the door.
I haven't heard from him since.
Oh, he appears on the Pick Six podcast. Sure.
Does he?
Yeah, we're gonna play.
I think he's a man in love.
Oh,
I think he's a man in love.
Nice.
Yep, Gangster Pete.
We're out and play golf soon.
Robot voice.
Oh, you're playing with him?
Yeah, I said as soon as it warms up, you want to play? Let's go tee it up. But he's got the day job now. He can't just leave at noon and play golf.
And he's a sanitation worker in the city? Is that what he's doing?
He's got an office job, buddy.
Has he, buddy?
Chris Raby is listening to the show, and he sends, sounds like an audio postcard, Oxless Ken. Strode whispers random demands on YouTube every morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to hear that because I'm sure I sound pretty bad.
Whatever, dude.
It's an instant classic, Beer Cats. Get an effing life. That's from the LP Dino.
What would that mean? LP Dino?
I don't know. I'll read what's in the prompter, though.
And what's an instant classic?
Am I singing that song?
Oh, it is good.
That's a pretty easy song for me to sing.
ASMR Jackson is gone from the show before summer. Book it. That's from Mudjack Mike.
Jackson's going nowhere. He loves working here, and he's great at what he does.
Appreciate
Wow.
you, Biggs.
How about
Appreciate
that,
you.
Doug? He just came in there.
We have to worry about him being lured away.
No, don't take any credence to someone named Mudjack Mike who texted them in.
Yeah, there's no coincidental furloughs here. Jackson's here from the long haul.
Jackson's stock around this building is very high.
Well, he's a worker.
He said that about me, too, so I'm not sure what to
No, but it really is. Now, for different reasons.
Jackson's is because he's a great worker. Mine is why.
Because people are not only fascinated by you for real, but I think they're appreciative of your life transparency.
Okay. I'll buy that.
And it's the truth. And Jackson, I mean, they see both of us here, but I don't know. I'm just kind of here. They see Jackson moving around and doing all this stuff until 4 or 5 o'clock. There's an appreciation for that. They didn't expect that from the show, so they're grateful for that. And then Balloon Party, and a stunning development, and is getting big ratings. So there's another reason why he's got his stocks up, and it's with the young people too.
Hate listening.
I guess it's hate listening. If everybody's congratulating us on the ratings, I go, I don't know how to read ratings because we've never had ratings before, and I'm going, it's great. So God bless America. So anyway, so Jackson, you got the juice. So know the knowledge. Eric B. and Rakim. Was that 92, Doug?
I don't know the years, Tim.
Omar Epps, Tupac. I'm trying to think who else was in that film. Or would you say picture?
I'd say movie.
No, it's a picture.
Was that good or bad?
Say picture.
I've never seen the picture.
Stop saying picture.
You got the juice now is...
I'm going to go 92.
You are correct. Yeah, 92, juice.
Tupac, Doug.
Yep, Pac, Omar Epps.
Anybody else of note in there? Cindy Wilson. Was Cindy Wilson in there, Doug?
Fab Five Freddy, Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson was in
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
Damn.
Banger. Was a banger.
Yeah, that is about all the notables.
Jackson will be fired once ownership finds out he forgot to zip up before meeting. That's what happens when you watch videos of John Sunville doing push-ups at work.
Wow. Did anyone ever pop up on watching John Sunville?
That's from the St. Charles Hermaphrodite, who I think is Jackson's least favorite texter.
Yeah,
Harrison
there's a
the master.
prime reason. So, my God.
You've had it with him. Fed up, I'd say.
We might have a Banny Jackson today on Balloon Party.
No, I'll be good. I'll be good.
Do we have Dan McLaughlin today, right?
Yeah, Danny Mac at 10:45.
That'll be good. He's kind of banty about the work stoppage, and understandably so, considering it's his job.
Yeah, boy, there's a lot of people going to lose a lot of money. I'm not talking about players and owners.
Right.
Him and Hoxie kind of had a little Twitter thing.
What happened?
I think, well, Hoxie was just...
Benjamin Hockman, as in the columnist from the Post?
Yeah, he was just being funny. Something. I don't even remember. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get
You
the
said
words
it.
wrong. But I mean, he was being funny about something about the lockout, saying, "Well, now you got plenty of time to do this or do this or do this." And Danny Mac said, "Yeah, way to make fun of people who depend on this for a living, selling things at the stadium and play-by-play, and people behind the scenes." So Danny Mac didn't like what he said.
Okay.
Well, I hope they're not at loggerheads.
Maybe we can get them to fight at the Stag Bar.
Yeah. Well, somebody posted on the fan page. That's when I
Bring
saw
them
it.
to Broadway Athletic Club. Have them
That's old school scrap there. When you're fighting at Broadway Athletic Club, that's old
Got it,
school.
Soulard.
Yeah. That was quite a slugfest. Ryan Kelly still holds the strap. He's still the heavyweight champion of this.
He is. He's retired with the strap. Now, Zeke Zodum is different than Deke Dotem. And I see Zeke Zodum just posted in the YouTube chat, which is essentially Harry's. There are ladies walking past him in the background. Can you get them in there and find out what's up?
There's people seeing people walk down the hallway.
Yeah,
That's what they're looking for.
These are respectable salespeople who have no...
And asking them what's
Let me see what's doing in the hallway.
How desperate are these people?
How do they see him? It's 2 seconds.
Well, it's 9 o'clock. People are coming to work, and they walk down this hallway to get to their offices.
Out there. I don't know who's out there.
Well, there's a lot of people painting here too. You might see painters.
A lot of construction.
It's like when we used to have to do in the middle of the pandemic, the news at home, and all people could do was look at what was behind you. And constantly
That is
write
true.
emails and text. What's the cat doing? What's that book? Oh, you got a fireplace. Aren't you a big deal? That kind
wow,
of,
granite
that's all people
countertop.
cared about.
That's right. I kind of forgot about that period of time. It wasn't long ago. You're right. Everybody would talk about
And
that.
people were beefing up their backgrounds with books they've never read.
Yeah, that's the move there. Fake trophies back there.
I saw Jim Gray do an interview the other day, Zoom, and he had all of his trophies, all of the Emmys, right behind, framing his head. Every trophy looked like he'd ever won in his life.
God. And then when I do something, they'll freeze frame the 2 butt plugs and the other stuff
Doug, how
on my
many butt
shelf.
plugs did Jim Gray have on display?
I didn't see any.
Octomom VHS.
Well, they'll do. Oh,
That's taking
great
it too
great
far the other
placement
way.
of that, Iggy. And they like zoom in on my bookshelf, and there's that picture Learn autographed, and the next to it is 2 butt plugs. And I said, I'm not paying attention to what I'm putting up there.
Why would you put those up there in the first place?
They were given to me for unboxings. I just put. They're actually nice looking butt plugs.
Flip that off.
Is there such a thing?
Yeah, one is like a silver, really heavy silver one. It almost looks like a little.
Yeah, but you don't display it.
Display your butt plug, boy.
Well, yeah, you can display them.
No, you shouldn't.
And one's got a little rainbow tail to it, fuzzy tail
Let me
on
see
it.
your rainbow tail.
Are you going to display your
So what you
rectal
do is when you
thermometer?
use the butt plug and insert it, you got a little
Don't
little-
do that. Don't show us.
little fuzzy tail hanging out the back.
And the glass ones are the high priced. Like,
I've
really
never
nice ones.
used it, but
Is
I'm
it
guessing
a
that-
tail coming out of the back of
there's a
it?
tail coming out of it. Yeah, nice fuzzy. I think it's like yellow, green, blue, all different colors.
Stop describing it.
I'll bring it in when we got the new studio. Maybe
Don't
we'll
want you to
put
bring
that
it
in there
in.
for a knick-knack.
Don't want you to bring it in.
Paddywhack.
Give that dog a bone.
This old man came rolling home.
I mean, obviously, Fowler's established.
Send your emails in for the design area heating and cooling email of the day, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. It's the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Catch the game in a pint at one of our 2 locations in Sunset Hills and downtown. I mean, anytime I see that Eddie McVeigh, it puts me in a good place. Anytime he texts me, it puts me in a good place.
Yeah.
I think I'm an Eddie McVeigh lemming. I understand.
I am.
He really is. He's the best. It's the Michelob Ultra Studios, as we were saying. In the 8 o'clock hour, presented by Appliance Discounters, the Dotem and the Fan Page Club Championship, both sponsored by Michelob Ultra this year. And looking forward to the fun and games coming up. And I guess we'll have a board meeting. Who's going to be on the board of the Fan Page Club Championship? Me and Iggy? Doug, I know you want to be.
Todd Callahan.
I don't have the chops to be on the board.
I mean, Iggy, how do we determine who's in the field?
Well, I think right off the bat, you need a gin. And I told Plowsy yesterday, I said, you need to get on Metropolitan Golf Association. It's like $30 a year. And you post your scores. I posted my 95 yesterday.
People aren't paying $30.
I do.
You do, but Everyone else.
Well, you're going to have a gin. You have to have it legitimate. You can't just have a tournament where...
What if somebody says they use an app, but it's not a gin? How will you rule as a board executive?
Good question.
Thank you for the delicious compliment.
We'd have to take a vote on that. Do we accept that or not?
And how many people should we have on the board for that vote?
I don't know. An odd number.
Yeah, you need an odd number.
I think 8 is right.
We have 5 on the show.
An even number.
For each one of them.
I'd say 9, so it mirrors the Supreme Court.
All 5 of us on the dais.
Yeah, I agree. I vote no.
What are you voting no on, sir?
It has to be the USGA's gin app.
But they have to have a handicap, just not the USGA's?
No. They can only have a USGA's.
See, I think it's more fun when people make up the handicap.
I do too.
I
like the People's 8. 33.
Yeah, like you don't get things
the
like that
handicap
when
of all time.
it's too official. I want 20s out there that should be 32.
Yeah, and you want these people to spend $30? What do you think they're made of money? You elitist snobs.
They already have to pay extra for their garments because they're big walrus people.
Yes,
$30 a year.
A year.
That's a lot.
I just renewed mine. They renewed automatically. I saw my credit card, Metropolitan Golf Association.
Well, I'm not saying it's impossible to do. I'm saying there's a lot of people who won't do it if it costs them $30.
Well, then you don't play. It's not like we're going to be short of people.
Elitist snob.
Now, Plowsy is right, though. It's more fun when we just get banty about people's handicaps. There's no way he's an 18.
Well, the issue is, if people are going to enter and then pay for the rounds, and they are, playing for money, and it is like a $900 first prize, if I'm not mistaken, the way that Jennings and Sean Barnes over at Gateway laid it out, then they don't want, somebody to, because, you win $900, that's got...
I agree with that.
It's got value, so if somebody cheats their way to it, you can, we can handle them down the road and leave them in the river to pair, but they'll have that money.
Yeah, I agree with it. I'm with Jack.
But the thing is, as you know, Iggy, and anybody who plays knows, you can still manipulate the handicap even if you're using a legitimate gin.
Yeah, you can be like 12 or 13 and then...
But you won't have honor.
No, you won't have that. But if you're a really lousy player, there's a chance that you don't have a handicap. You don't care about your handicap. You don't play enough to have one, but you'd still like to be in this event.
I think there's going to be a lot... I like the gin idea. I think the problem is it being mid-May. You may not have people that are going to be able to play 5 rounds up until that point. And
the Plowhawk, you make a reasonable point right there. And that's why it's so important to have this board meeting here in the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, because the audience can participate and the board members can hear the feedback. And I think the Plowhawk makes a very valid point. Somebody may have the intent of getting a gin. They could create it right now and get it right now. But are they going to get enough rounds in? Doug, do I hear silverware?
Jackson, are you doing the dishes?
It's going.
He's gone. He's talking.
He's gone.
Talking to his brother.
Got another school class to take through here.
Here's what we do. Everybody who plays, let's say we don't have you don't need a gin.
All right, Doug, that has been struck.
Okay. We will take your word for it that you're being honest what your handicap is. Everybody signs a release that says because you're playing in this and you're part of the 64 field, you give us the right to use your government name whenever we want.
Well, and they're subject to an investigation.
Then, if we have somebody that says they're an 18 and they go out and shoot a 74, 75 and win 9 and 8, we have the right, all 6 of these radio stations on one of the greatest companies in the world, Hubbard, listened to by 90% of the city, if you look at the ratings, every one of these are going to mention your name.
Oh.
John Johnson.
I don't think these other
Johnny
shows,
Johnson?
Johnny Johnson.
Be interested in doing that. You can't program.
I don't know.
I
think the Riz Show would love to announce Fan Page Club Championship results on their show.
Yeah, I think
as a 20 share.
We're going to let our millions of people know that the name out there, Johnny Johnson. You can find him on Facebook. Johnny Johnson played in one of our golf tournaments where he said he was an 18 handicap and just out of 75. Go say hi to Johnny Johnson. We will out you.
So all these other stations are going to work that into their programming.
Well, if we just say we're going to, they might be honest. I don't want my name all over the place.
I wasn't going to go into a library, but let me tell you about Johnny Johnson.
Let me tell you, the 5 stations at Hubbard, I think all of them are in the top 10. So there's a lot of people listening. So if every one of those stations mentions your name, half of St. Louis is going to hear your name and know you're a cheater.
I don't think that'll work.
I still think they should be subject to an investigation if they do shoot like a 70-something and they're a 20 handicap.
Now, Tim is right, though. You could have a guy...
You can start every sentence you say with that.
Well, he was right that even if you have a handicap, you can still finagle that. You go out and shoot 5 rounds. You may be at 13 and I got to get up there for the fan page. You go out and shoot 95, 95, 101, 95, 96, whatever, and all of a sudden you're up to like a 16. All right, there you go. You played bad on purpose to get your handicap up there.
Everybody terrible should be playing at like a 20 or a 22. Like,
Yeah, it's hard to give someone any more shots than that.
Yeah.
And make it reasonable.
So make a max, and then also, here's one of the things that you can do, and this goes on in events where you use, what is it, 75% of your handicap? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think 80, maybe.
Is that what it is? Something like that. I just got this email. This is
Big
somewhat strange. No? It was sent only to me, so it wasn't sent to the entire show like most of them are when people use the Morning After STL app. Just finished watching the NG Sopranos. What a disappointment the last episode. Excuse me, belching. The last episode was, how the hell do you end a series like that? That's from Josh.
Well, at least it's a timely email.
Wasn't that 20 years ago?
At least.
15.
I mean, I remember I was...
07, right?
It was 07.
Jackson, I was 7.
I just watched it last year, though, so it seems reasonable to me.
But you didn't email me about it.
No, I wouldn't
I'll tell you
feel
what,
the need to email anyone necessarily my thoughts on the show. If I didn't like it, I would say, oh, well, that wasn't very good. And move on with my life and not worry about it so much. And start emailing other people about what you thought about a particular show that was on a decade and a half ago. Leave us be.
Tell you what, Game of Thrones is pissing me off again.
That was on a long time ago also. You should be over it.
Rewatching it.
Well, the ending wasn't that long ago.
Just
Why is it pissing you off, Plowhook?
the dragon execution in the battle scenes. And just, you know.
Someone killed the dragon?
Spoiler.
They keep them right in front or have them flank them from the sides.
Oh, you're mad about the strategy again?
I can't. I can't.
They put the dragon in the front of the army?
Yeah, easy to shoot, just so dumb. They breathe fire. Like, you can just...
Now, to be fair, the Night King's dragon was also above them, so they had to watch out from above.
I know. I can't...
It's a nice weapon to have, though, a big dragon breathing fire.
I just love that show so much. It's the third time watching it, and it's...
Well, back in those days, they had dragons.
Yeah, I remember back in...
Guys, if you have a gin versus someone that doesn't have a gin, give the person with the gin an advantage and give them 4 strokes or something. Then after each round, change the handicap if they improve. It's from the 618. I think you're kind of penalized if you play well. I don't know what to do.
Maybe if you do a couple of flights, you have a flight for the good golfers, the medium, and the weak golfers, and instead of 900 for the winner, 300 for the winners.
No.
Wow. Doug, this is a rough board meeting. You brought an idea and it was just struck down.
Well, I think it's a good idea, but I think we're trying to crown one champion. You know, one champion to rule them all.
Well, then maybe the 3 winners could play one more.
So no
a hole or
consolation
2.
bracket?
Oh, we did that a couple years ago. We had a loser's bracket.
Didn't you have a second loser's bracket?
And then we had a
second
third. I
Bundesliga?
lost. Yeah, I lost in this loser's bracket, so let's do a third one. Maybe I'll win this one. So we did a third one. I think we called that the, I don't even know what we called it. But we did 3 of them.
I think you could have 3 winners. You could have a heavyweight, a middleweight, and a twink weight champion.
Oh, like a bear, otter, twink division.
Well, the Bears should be
Because
teeing off in like November because that May, June, July heat will just...
It'll melt them. It's just awfully hard for really good, serious golfers to have any kind of legitimate tournament against players that aren't very good. It just is.
Now, last year...
You wouldn't do that in any sport, really.
Last year, one of the problems, and I wasn't part of this. My only job was to make sure everybody paid and set up the brackets. And once that was done, I washed my hands of it. But a lot of people, we set a time. Sean would set a day that you have to finish your next round. And if you didn't finish it, Sean would just pick the name out of a hat.
The winner.
As far as who would win that match. And then we'd get to that, but then they would say, oh, we're going to play it. We talk to each other. We're going to play it in 5 days. Well, that's past the time you needed to play it. And then you say, well, call Sean, and then I'm going to call you. No, you call Sean. What does Sean say? And I'm supposed to be updating the brackets. I don't even know who played. So we have to sit down and come up with rules that you have this time to play, and if you don't play, maybe you're both out. That bracket opens up. That spot opens up. You're both out.
Well, somebody could keep saying, I can't make it, I can't make it. You're going to eliminate the other guy?
That's the thing we have to figure out.
It's
One guy says, well, I've said...
That's how we need a board.
I said, I've been ready to play. He can't play. And the other guy says, well, I want to play this day. He couldn't play. Yeah, it's just a whole thing.
Didn't the first year, because of that, went from like May to like the end of November?
The tournament lasted a couple of years, I think.
It was like 6 months because everybody kept delaying their.
No, last year we got it done right on time.
No, I meant the first year.
Well, I was a part of it.
Before we did like the.
Jennings shipped it the first year, right?
Yeah. And Cletus, right? Who did he play? I forgot.
I was on his bag, I don't remember. There's another thing too. Do we outlaw caddies?
Yes.
Everybody's. I mean, I started it by caddying for Cletus. Now everybody's got caddies, and it gets to be a mess.
Why?
Too many people out there. People are just taking carts, and this is a gateway, not at Normandy. People are just taking carts to the point where Sean is coming out on the course saying, "We're short of carts. How do you have 8 carts out here for a foursome?" And there's single people driving in carts. Everybody's got a caddy, and Sean's going banty because they're out of carts. So we need to figure that out too. That may cost me. It'll cost me money because I caddy for a lot of people.
It's a side job.
And I charge.
The caddy doesn't get a cart.
I charge. Well, caddy's not
I don't
walking.
know
I'm
if
not
your
walking.
advice
I
would be
love
what's
walking.
paid for.
God, I love walking.
I did a lot of walking yesterday.
Yeah, cart path only.
I slept like a baby last night.
Oh my gosh, me too.
So maybe, outlaw caddies, except for me.
Doug, we're going to have a 4-hour board meeting today. It's at noon, so stick around if you could.
Hopefully press for time.
I'll be up with Madigan by then.
Engineer Design Facilities, the sponsor of our text inbox, also a sponsor of the Dotem, as a matter of fact. I think they might be the sponsor of the party. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Watch this. Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
Where's the Sun JM is playing well for you.
Well, the Tam Avenue Capital Partners are having a nice start with Sung JM tied at the top of the leaderboard along with Will Zalatoris and Rory McIlroy. So far, chalk. Iggy, those are 2 of the chalkiest plays, and they are hitting.
I think Zalatoris would be kind of chalky, too.
Oh, he is. That's what I'm saying. Zalatoris and McIlroy are. Im isn't. Im's at 11%.
Oh, Im's not? Really?
11%.
Wow.
No. Zalatoris and McIlroy, super chalk. EDF. If you have visibility to your company or place of business's commercial fire alarm panel and system, please email them at fire@edf-rg.com, and they'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com, the official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. It's EDF, Missouri and Illinois preferred full-service vendor for licensed and certified professional servicing, monitoring, and testing for fire alarm services and systems, fire suppression systems, fire alarm system monitoring services, tenant improvements and construction, and security access and monitoring services. EDF, email them at fire@edf-rg.com or check them out online at edf-rg.com. I thought it was supposed to be cold today. I mean, obviously we're not outside, but I'm looking outside. It looks like the kind of day that it'd be warm.
56.
No, it's going to be mid-50s.
But it's 42 right now.
Yeah, it's going to up to maybe 52, 53.
Maybe I'll go to that family golf. I didn't get a chance to yesterday.
Back in the weekend, though. I mean, we'll be back up to 70 by Saturday.
I
think when I grill Saturday, it's going to be a nice day. And then next week, Doug, I check the Doppler for 7-day forecast after this weekend, and about normal.
Okay.
Maybe a little below normal.
All right.
Lows are going to be in the 30s. Highs are going to be in the 40s and 50s. Not bad. So we're.
But a month from now.
Oh yeah, sundress heaven.
Sundress heaven.
Well,
Can you imagine the sundresses at the Dotem? Can you imagine the sundresses, the first round of the Fan Page Club Championship, all presented by Michelob Ultra, our studio sponsor? You got to be kidding me.
Do you want to see these guys in sundresses?
I was going to say, sundresses for our listeners are more like togas.
There's going to be a lot of chest hair hanging out the top of these sundresses.
Bill's chest hair.
No, maybe pube.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Put a black light on those.
Well, Kevin Kisner's 3 over through 8, and Iggy, I know that means you're going to be active on Twitter this afternoon.
No, he's not on my team. I didn't. I'm only active when he's on my team, and then Riggs will say something, and I'll just say, "Yeah, how's your boy doing?"
Oh, when he gets a pat on the butt from Kisner, you can tell he's already finished and ready for another round.
Oh.
Some breaking news on the baseball work stoppage. How about that? Who would have thought? Major League Baseball Deputy Commissioner, Doug, do you say Dan Halem? You say Halem?
I haven't said anything yet, but I guess I would.
And MLB Players Association attorney Bruce Meyer plan to have an informal one-on-one meeting today to resume talks amid baseball's work stoppage. That's really good news.
That would make sense.
Imagine the deadline with just an imaginary line.
That meeting will take place in New York between Halem and Meyer, the lead negotiators for both parties, and it would mark the first time the sides have talked since they canceled the first week of regular season games on Tuesday. That's good to hear because I'm telling you this, and you'll probably hear it when I talk with Dan McLaughlin. I don't think there is a lot of optimism that this thing is going to be around before May 1st at the moment. So that would be, I'm legitimately pleasantly surprised to read that, even though it can mean nothing.
And those first two series are definitely out.
They're gone, no matter what. So at the most, you have, 156-game season.
Mhm.
And the Cardinals lose out on playing, I think, they play the Pirates and get them out of the gate. Yeah.
There, both away games.
But regardless of what happens, I mean, players are going full scorched earth on their commissioner. And so, like, even if it's
they don't like him,
tomorrow,
man.
I think that relationship, I think, is unrepairable.
And once you take that first couple of checks away, then maybe they start thinking, well, we've already lost 2. Let's get something. How many more are we going to lose? For some players, obviously, it doesn't matter. You're worth $100 million. You don't care. And the other players, start chirping in, hey, it's already cost me 2 checks. I can't afford to lose any more checks. Let's start working on this. And maybe the tides change.
What if we've seen Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright play for the last time already? Think about that.
The Cardinal Nation fan page is going absolutely crazy right now.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, they're going absolutely crazy.
I thought you were blocked from there.
I think no, that's the one that the head of the page listened to the show, so I'm lucky enough to not been kicked off of that page.
You got a pass.
What about Tiger Board?
I got kicked off of that.
Did you?
I got kicked off of the Blues page for trying to sell a fabric pube as well.
What were you
I've
asking
only been
for?
kicked off of 2 pages. I don't know if I even put a price. It was during the Winter Classic where everybody was selling their Winter Classic gear for like $800. Like just a complete scam. And
How did you have it, or it wasn't really his?
I said I was at the game, and it fluttered right to my section.
Oh.
Should have said it was signed.
I said I have a certificate of authenticity and DNA backing that it is fabric pube.
The people actually ask questions like, how did it get out of his pants?
Yeah, there were actually a couple serious ones, and then the admin got done, and then the listener got on there and tried to continue it. And
So Robbie Fabry's pube.
Yeah, it was a nightmare for them.
I remember back in the late 80s, maybe early 90s, Paul Cavallini took a slap shot to the hand. He had his hockey glove on, but it took off the tip of one of his fingers. And somebody got a hold of that and tried to sell it. And then, but the law is you can't sell body parts.
Oh, yeah, it's black market type thing.
Yeah. It actually went to some kind of legal issue.
People doing chewing gum and like, come on, come on. I love players too, but I'm not buying Aaron Rodgers jockstrap. Like there's certain things that you can sell, but
The only thing I saw close to that, and I remember her name because I had her on the air, Karen Szymanski.
Karen Szymanski, friend of the show.
Sure wouldn't learn.
She bought Ty Cobb's wooden teeth.
I remember that story.
Wooden teeth.
He had wooden teeth.
Wasn't that George Washington?
Well, Ty Cobb did do, and she bought Ty Cobb's wooden teeth. I had her on the air.
Connor Roy bought Napoleon's member.
Really? Has anybody bought Van Gogh's ear? Was that ever for sale?
It's gone.
Where'd it go? Texas?
I don't know where it went, but he cut it off. I assume back in Holland or wherever he's from.
Everything on my body is for sale, just as long as it doesn't kill me.
Nice. Okay, well, there's a Craigslist.
And the testicle still is $40,000. That offer's still out there.
I think that's a good. I think that's a number that's gonna stick for a while.
We've
I
got
think it's a
record
good
inflation.
standard.
Maybe it's $60,000.
Yeah.
No, but I want to be nice too, because somebody really needs that
Oh.
during the time of COVID. You want to give them that testicular discount.
Somebody does. I know Jackson brought that up on Succession, but somebody does have Napoleon's ween. They bought it, and it's actually been sold and resold 3 times.
What's in formaldehyde or something?
It's somebody said it looks like just a small little piece of dried driftwood.
Oh.
Could you imagine that's how somebody explains your member?
Well, he was only about, 5'3", 5'4", anyway, wasn't he?
You're talking about Napoleon.
Napoleon, yeah.
Okay, kind of ears perked up.
That's a real thing. Somebody does have his ween. The doctor, when after he died, he cut it off and he kept it.
Ooh, baby, that looks like a small petrified piece of wood. That's how you berate.
That's a cuck situation right there?
Well, that's how you berate one of your One of the Dunce Cap members.
Yeah. Look, and I'm with a real man. Look at you over there. You look like Napoleon's petrified wood ween.
That's a take.
Hey, I would like to pour everybody a glass of bourbon while we talk about Napoleon's Ween. Fistful of bourbon, as a matter of fact, utilizing knowledge learned from the longest-serving malt master in the history of whiskey. Our master blender has married 5 straight bourbons into one beautiful bottle. Flavors of honey, creamy vanilla, and delicate light spices of cinnamon and nutmeg will invade our mouth hole. It'll always taste damn fine neat and make one hell of a cocktail. It ain't just a bourbon, it's a damn fistful. Imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York. Don't be a damn fool. Enjoy it responsibly. It's Fistful of Bourbon. And Stratum Structural Systems online at stratumrepair.com. Work with Matt Ford. Work with Brett Groman, and you will be happy. I had a situation with our basement and waterproofing issues a couple years ago, and I was introduced to Matt Ford and Stratum, and I would never go anywhere else because something that was such a huge headache was taken care of, in an afternoon, and that was it. And they're the best, and now everybody kind of knows it around town. Stratum Structural Systems, waterproofing and foundation repair. Think local, think Stratum, stratumrepair.com, 314-620-8153 for basement crack repair, for foundation peering for settling homes, for bowing or rotating wall repairs, for basement waterproofing services like sump pumps, interior and exterior drainage solutions, egress window installation, concrete leveling, downspout extensions. It's Stratum. They're local in Chesterfield, Missouri, in Columbia, Illinois. It's Stratum Structural Systems. And when you call 314-620-8153, let them know you are a Ryan Kelly Morning After listener, and you get $100 off your repair project. And then the next thing you need to do at this point is...
think about it.
Yes. I lost my place in the copy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. Okay. Well, it's fun to see Brian Henshin win on March 1st, and then it's fun to see Timmy Tom win on March 2nd. Who will it be fun to watch win today, Doug? Who do you think?
Oh, Cletus, I guess. He's
I bet Timmy Tom didn't even email me.
lately.
Let's see. I got to go to the filtered file.
Good batch today.
Is that right?
Yeah. Real good batch.
Nice.
Legend.
So it's goodorbadbatch.com?
And this would be in the good. There's a legend in there.
Oh, wow, there is indeed.
Are there?
There are indeed.
Okay.
First of all, Tom looked extra handsome today. Had that ready for the red carpet glow about him. Now to the liar. The first year I caddied for Tim. Now everybody has a caddy. In Boots and Knees, he's saying in his He Invented Caddying. Stop the malarkey. Damn it. You didn't help Tim. If anything, Tim made I a better caddy just by his presence.
Who wrote this? A 2-year-old?
Stop the malarkey.
Speaking of presents, I'd like to take my wang and give Yo Doug on a silver platter. And by platter, I mean his hairy man chest. That's from Willie. He has a middle initial of E, and then the last name is Me Out.
Willie Me Out.
Kevin Miller.
Kevin Millar.
He was with the Red Sox in 2004. And now he listens to the show.
Apparently.
It's like Ken Obergefell.
I don't
If
get
you
it
won the
either.
World Series, you somehow find the show. Good morning, my polished gentleman and Ken. I was scrolling through Facebook and stumbled on what I thought was an advertisement for new animatronics section in Madame Tussauds. Did you say Madame Tussauds?
I think, yeah, Tussauds.
Wax Museum featuring George Burns on a golf course. Then I was further confused when the camera panned and I thought it was an excerpt from Dallas Buyers Club because of the skeletal gentleman with zero muscle mass getting fondled by Hephaestus II. Oh, wait, no. It's just Iggy and the Prince of Preservatives with Cletus. The only thing that was missing was the highfalutin Hyman and his luscious gam-gams. Love Me, that's from Janet Reno.
Oh, the former Attorney General.
That's correct.
Janet Reno.
I love Me. That's a great ending.
Let's face it, sometimes your boyfriend's birthday hole just isn't as fresh as you'd like it to be. We've all been there, too many times to count. You're fooling around, but have to awkwardly put the lovemaking experience on hold so your boy pig can go freshen up his backside. And that's why I invented the reusable anal Q-tip. It's like a regular Q-tip, but bigger, with a special tip designed for cleaning man syrup off your Latino boyfriend's cheeks. It's good for discreet on-the-go cleanup and perfect for reaching those tricky crevices that most walrus men struggle to keep clean. Summer is right around the corner, and that means things could get a little swampy back there. When you need extra cleaning power on a much larger surface area, say there was some spicy brat seepage on your hamstrings, cheeks, and crack, reach for my other invention, the Dirt Star Chamois, specially designed to whisk away moisture from your no-no region. You might be a filthy walrus person because some digested Philly cheesesteak Dove bars or Milky Ways leak down your night hole, but you'll be clean as a twink thanks to the Dirt Star Chamois. Thanks, it's in the JV Golf Coach. Was that a live read I just did? Or is it on the books?
JV Golf Coach.
My goodness. Hiya, my boyfriend texted me today and said you've been talking about me on the air. I don't know anything about your show, but I'm not sure why you'd be talking about me unless it's about the whole fiasco when Pete swept me off my feet while I was crying outside of my Schurz Hall dorm after flunking Sharon Ryan's Econ 4 class last semester and told me he went to school for 8 years to become a volunteer radio secretary. Until he was booed off the airways for carrying around clippings of his high school speed walking newspaper write-ups. Anyways, I'd appreciate it if you left me and my boyfriend with a super secret desk job of dispatching animal control catchers throughout the greater Hillsborough area out of your super not funny shtick on HD4. We aren't interested in your show, and I don't want unsolicited Snapchats of your grandpa sprawled across a trade deal Murphy bed with chocolate-stained lips, slowly taking drabs of a half-burnt menthol as the ashes slowly fall into his super preppy, super not-Hoosier salmon-colored Izod tarp of a sweater. Thanks, the girlfriend of a guy who wears his hat like a 3-time conference champion of competitive cup stacking.
I'm not sure I can repeat that. Girlfriend, that's how it started, right?
Right.
Cup stack. Girlfriend cup stack. She's new.
Trade deal Murphy bed.
And finally, Doug, looky, here comes a legend.
All right.
Guys, Plops here. I know we're only 24 hours into it, but my God, I am having a big Lent. I planned on coming in hot, but holy hell. So I head up to the fish fry last night, and they're finally allowing indoor dining. I like indoor dining because I have this tradition of halfway through my meal wandering down the hallway of the school and taking a dump. It's fun because in a school, those toilets are about half the size of a normal toilet and really low to the ground. It makes your dump look huge. I highly recommend it. And when you settle into one of those tiny toilets, your knees really go up by your ears, so you obviously need to take your pants all the way off. I bar the damn door while I go in because I like to lay my clothes out on the floor so they don't get all wrinkled and fumed up with the smells of that fried cod blasto. Long story short, I drop heat and go back to the cafeteria to finish my meal. I take 4 pieces of cod, some spaghetti, and a side of fries to Pound Town. Then that deacon with the nipple rings that always wears Tiva's sandals comes over and asks if I want to do a tartar sauce body shot off his tum-tum. It was a fundraiser of some sort, I think for the Scouts. Anyways, he takes his shirt off and lays across the table in front of me and squirts a healthy dollop of tartar all over his happy trail. I motorboat him a bit and then devour that zesty paste as he just giggles like the Dickens. The whole place goes wild with cheers as a chant of plops, 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 plops breaks out. They finally settled down after a few minutes, and I made my way out of there. Those people can be a bit much. Anyway, like I said, big Lent thus far. Hey, thanks. That's from Misty Plops.
Sure it is. Misty
My goodness, Doug, they are performing here in the month of March so far.
Yeah.
Wow.
Free throws.
I think there's a chance that they might actually get a T-shirt or something. So they're bringing their A game.
I got to talk to the promotions people today. We'll get something for the end of the month.
Okay. I'm going to go with a girlfriend cup stack. Girlfriend cup stack.
That was good until the legend showed up. I'm going with Missy Plops.
God, that puts the action on me, and I didn't want to have to vote today.
We got a couple really good ones.
God almighty. I mean, it's between the two who've received votes. Whew. God, they're both so good.
Yeah, they're too good.
They're too good. I'm sorry that I'm taking my time, but I respect the performers so well.
The tartar sauce got me. That took me over the top.
There was one line in the Misty Plops email that really got me. I think it was the deacon with the nipple rings that always wears the Teva sandals.
Oh. That'll trip up anybody.
And I have to give Misty Plops the win for that. But I mean, Doug, it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. It's just such a wonderful performance. Misty Plops is on the board for the month of March. Congratulations to Misty Plops. But listen, the girlfriend of a guy who wears his hat like a 3-time conference champ of competitive cup stacking, you had a wonderful day as well. Plowhawk, who would you have voted for if it got to you?
Cup stack.
Wow, Jackson, where would you have gone?
Plops all day. When someone strikes like that, you have to honor it.
Hey, when he has that a nice
I love
line.
Plops, too.
Anytime you're talking tartar sauce body shots, I'm going to be all in.
Don't be a stranger, cup stacker.
Nice.
He's pretty good.
Doug, you know who else is pretty good? Will Zalatoris. He is making the turn at 4 under, and he is your leader. Sunjay Im and Rory McIlroy, 1 back. Kind of fun to see these guys performing at a high level. Friend of the show, Adam Long, is 1 under par. So we will keep our eye on him, and we'll update you throughout the day on the TMA STL YouTube as to how Adam is performing.
Okay. I'll root for him.
There you go, friend of the show. Balloon Party's coming up next on 101 ESPN, and if you want to listen to this presentation, it'll be on TMA all day on 105.7 HD2, and you can subscribe to our podcast, and you can download the app and listen anytime you want. You can listen on TMASTL.com. Where else can you go? I mean, you got the TMA Instagram, TMA_STL. Jackson's got the TikTok going. Oh, the girl, by the way, last night at the bar wanted to know who was replying to her when she would send messages to the TMA Instagram. And she had sent something in about microwaving fish at work.
Probably me, but I was on the Inside STL account, probably.
TMA STL account.
Or TMA, I forgot to switch over, maybe.
Whoever wrote something weird back that didn't make sense.
It wasn't me, then. I always make sense.
I don't see it.
We could guess who it was. I think we'd all guess the same person.
Right.
Who, me?
That's right. That's a tight read.
Yeah, probably.
I think Jackson's already on the board playing PSAs to buy me time to get on the air on 101, so we'll shut her down. For our Action Jackson, for the Plowhawk, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn, I'm Tim McKernan. This has been the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2, The Potted Plant, TMASTL.com, YouTube.com/TMASTL. Enterprise Contracting is your locally owned and operated storm damage insurance claims specialist in roofing, siding, and gutter replacement and repair. They can help evaluate your home for storm damage from hail and wind that the St. Louis area continually receives year-round. Work with the great Connor Lee at Enterprise Contracting. Give them a call and just mention the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM at 314-455-5000. That's 314-455-5000.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
You got to be on acid to understand what's going on this show.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPN-TFM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis, you are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Timothy Mike McKernan, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode, the Peoria Plowboy, and Action Jackson with you. In our Munganess 7 o'clock hour, we are broadcasting live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, and you are watching us on YouTube, and you might notice that we are dainty. We are dainty.
But still cute.
Well, you can be cute and fancy, but dainty. And that's the thing that I think is kind of fun about this show, is that we're dainty.
And that means twinkish?
Right. That's correct.
Who's the daintiest among us?
Oh, man. I think Plowhawk has to be. I mean, he's $130. Boy, I saw you on the golf course yesterday, Plowhawk. Mm-hmm. My God. I mean...
Chiseled.
Are you chiseled?
I wouldn't use that word.
How often do you hit the weights?
Never.
Because you're a big guy. Never.
I don't think I ever have.
You've never lifted weights? Ever?
Probably not since 7th, 8th grade.
Do you have any desire to do so?
I mean, I would have a desire to stay in shape. The silhouette is here, by the way.
Oh, nice, Doug. You can mouthify that mic.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, the course.
To mouthify that mic.
That's a perfect golf weather in terms of temperature. Yesterday.
Yeah. Were the conditions leading to optimal scoring for the players?
Don't do that with your mouth. Don't go.
No.
Let me have some time to think.
I mean, I shot
what is
myself
that?
a 106.
Jackson,
but,
is it?
But it was a tidy little 106?
No, the range was closed because it was a little sloppy in that range area, and I don't blame them. The tractor would have probably gotten stuck. So didn't get as many practice swings, and it was like, and you haven't played in 10 months. It's, you know, I shot a 58-48, so gained 10 strokes on the back line. So, you know,
That's not bad. That's not horrible. The course was in decent shape after they were covered in snow about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little muddy. But I brought a towel, and me and Iggy had a grand old time.
You had golf cart? You just drive it anywhere still?
No, we kept to the rules.
Did you? Yeah, I don't believe you.
Who was involved in this? Who was involved in this foursome?
It was me, Iggy, and then Cletus and Mike Lee. So we had a
Mike Lee's been playing well.
Yeah, I mean, his trage is pretty good.
Is it nice?
Yeah, I got a video of him hitting. So, Mike Lee, haven't seen him in well over a year, so he told me some new fun stories. And
about beverage cart girls in the area?
I mean, basically that topic, yeah, for the most part.
He stuck to it for 18 holes.
Yeah, it's impressive, his ability to focus.
Consistency is the key. But yeah, I had a blast. Loved it. Normandy was great, and man, I ate a ton of food there.
What in the world did you eat?
I wonder what your caloric intake is each day. Because I think by the time we're done here, you're at about 2,500 to 3,000. For real. Like, I kind of added up in my head. What's over there today? I see a blue packet.
So I had a yogurt and a donut, and this is a fig bar.
Doug, that's a fig bar. New sponsor on the show, Fig Bar.
Now, it's packaged like it might be a little bit healthy, or is
it's all natural, whole grain.
So that's better for
I would
you.
guess
You're better off
that's
eating it than not eating it.
Yes, I would guess that. Doug, I'm going to look at that. I'm going to say that's 300 calories, 35 grams of carbohydrates in that package. Hey!
38 grams of carbs. And I can't find...
It doesn't give you the calories? That's usually a big number there.
It's not on there.
Huh.
Oh, wait, there it is. 200 calories.
200.
Per serving. And there's 2 in there.
There's 2 in there. It's 400 calories.
So 400 calories and 76 grams of carbohydrates.
Yep.
Well, we're underway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
You don't ever gain a pound either.
I had the hot dog, the Milky Way, and the sour cream and
Doug, you have
chips
to wash that down with the Milky Way.
on the front 9.
I don't know how you don't have an upset stomach all the time eating that stuff.
It was good. I mean, it was my lunch. You know, went out there right after, edited, left here about 11, and 11:15, got to the course, and, chipped and putted.
I'm not sure I eat 400 calories a day.
You don't eat until dinner, right?
Yeah. And last night I just had chicken that I had in the crock pot. I put that in when I went to play golf, and then that was ready to go when I got home.
What were your seasonings, boy?
Nothing.
Just straight chicken.
Yeah, I was just...
Doug Chickadee-dee.
Yeah, I can eat it.
I got home, and it had been in there for 5 hours. So it was perfect. And I said, I'm going to take a shower. Took a shower, and then just, I really don't feel like doing anything. I don't want to make any vegetables. I just eat the chicken.
Yes.
I just ate the chicken.
The whole chicken? The whole fryer?
No, I ate two thighs.
Dark meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the dark meat.
I'm not a white meat guy.
And nothing to go with it?
Just 2 pieces of chicken on a plate.
So you didn't put any seasoning on before you put it in there?
No, I didn't. Normally I did, but I was running late, and I said, I got to throw this chicken in before I head to the golf course.
Chicken's so good, you can eat it without
You didn't put 1 grain of salt on it?
No, I
threw some.
don't put salt on anything.
I threw some pepper on there when I ate it. But
there you go. No, I don't put any of that stuff on there.
So that was my dinner
health
last night.
reasons. I just don't. I don't eat salt.
And then 2 Dove bars.
Oh, a couple of ice cream. Oh,
So that threw the 1,000 calories right there, probably.
Well, but it was good, wasn't it?
I'm on a Dove bar kick.
They're great. Yeah.
Oh, they need to be bigger. They're not that big.
Just take on multiples at a time.
That's why I eat 2 of them. They're not big enough.
Ate a ton of Twizzlers and honeycomb.
Did you?
Had this like Philly cheesesteak. It was like a rice bowl, but it
like a
was
Philly cheesesteak rice bowl on hole 12.
Like a rice bowl.
No,
They serve that. I didn't see that on the menu.
No, that wasn't at Normandy. And I just kept eating. Had like 7 or 8 Twizzlers, and then I went to the honeycomb and.
You eat like you're 5 years old.
I know, it's bad.
I don't think I'm a big fan of the Philly cheesesteak. That's my hot take for the day.
Wow.
I could take it or leave it.
Wow. Well, I guess you're right. It's not something I go to often anyways.
Yeah.
What's your favorite treat, boy?
In, like in terms of anything?
Any treat you can have.
Wow.
Doug, I really put this man to the test.
Oh, you did?
I would say a spicy brat.
It's a nice play. It's a nice play.
What kind of condiment?
I do the mustard.
What kind of mustard?
Oh,
see, I just do the yellow. The Dijon has too much of like I'm at the dentist taste to it. I just don't like the Dijon.
Do they sell Dijon flavored toothpaste?
Well, it tastes like the numbing mechanism they use, like numbing agent that they use.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
So I like yellow mustard on both a hot dog and a brat, but a spicy brat, like a really hot brat.
You'd take that over anything else?
Yeah, I think I would.
Huh.
I'm simple.
Well, yeah, you're simple.
Yeah, you can give me a bacon wrap fillet. That sounds good.
You don't insist on fine dining.
I don't even find anything, Doug.
Hey, you may have talked me into Boston. I have some Johnsonvilles at home.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Doug. No fish for you today. I didn't do any cooking last night.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And we have Strode family game night Friday, so I'm going to cook on Friday for the family.
Fish?
Shrimp tacos.
Shrimp tacos on Friday for the family. What games will you be playing?
We always play left, right, center. I mean, we're a bunch of gambling degenerates.
Yeah.
So left, right, center. Maybe
That's not really gambling. That's just pure luck, though.
Well, there's money involved.
Yeah, but
and maybe categories.
all right.
Something to look forward to. We welcome you to get involved on the program. So many ways to do it. Friends have already gathered in the YouTube chat. 166 people here in the early going. It's 7:16 in St. Louis. YouTube.com/TMASTL. Text into the show. You can use the Morning After STL app. Download that from the App Store, and you can communicate with the show that way. And then you can also text in the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox 314-881-TMA5. Call in to our Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line 636-9004-TMA. And you can email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air Heating and Cooling. Iggy called it yesterday, Doug. Said it's going to be over 80 degrees. Guess what? Shipped it. As a matter of fact, Plowhawk, we have audio of him calling the shot.
Oh, have we?
Yeah. I mean, he nailed it with Sepp Straka last week, and he's hitting on his forecast, I feel like, every time he brings it up.
Yeah, I've yet to lose.
Right.
Well, if you got 75, 76 on your
I got
app,
77 on my app, Iggy.
well, throw those apps away because I'm going to say something here.
Oh, my God.
It will hit 80 degrees today.
Oh, my God.
It will hit 80 degrees today. My Doppler this morning had it 81.
That would be an all-time record.
But I didn't warm it up a lot this morning. I went right to it, so normally that would have, once it warms up, it'll go down a degree. So I think it hits 80 today.
Nice.
Oh, he shipped it.
What, did it get to 82?
Yeah, he shipped it.
Yeah.
And the forecasts around town and on our app, Doug, we're saying 76, 77. And then Iggy took a chance. He didn't just say, I think it'll get to 78 or 79.
I set a record. And we broke the record. Beer Cats, you want to text in?
314-881-TMA5.
Angry Beaver has a party at 11.
You're acting kind of small now.
Well, but
He has Sepp Straka and he has the forecast.
when I haven't missed,
You've missed. You've missed on some snow.
no, I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, you guys are, when I say,
A couple times we had 6, 7 inches. He said we were going to get like a dusting.
well, when you're measuring snowdrifts.
Yeah, Doug, stop measuring snowdrifts.
I wasn't measuring them.
But for a guy that doesn't even have a license, I'm not a meteorologist, and I'm right more than they are.
I don't know that you can say you're right more than they are.
Do you need a license to practice meteorology?
I'm pretty sure you just can't go into a
The DMV, right?
won't
you
get
can't go
hired.
into a radio or TV station. I'm pretty good at nailing this stuff. Come on in. You can't call yourself a meteorologist. I think you need a degree to be a meteorologist.
Well, you know, celebrities get like these honorary doctorates. Now, I think Iggy should get his honorary meteorologist degree.
And that's not a bad idea.
There you go.
I think you should talk to your bosses at 4 and just bring me in one night. Let me do the weather one night.
Well, with Iggy nailing these forecasts, he knew it was going to be warm yesterday, and so this is the time to start thinking about air conditioning. Tuned up with Seth Goldcamp and his staff at Design Air Heating and Cooling, the official HVAC provider of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Go to designairservice.com right now, and you can click on Book Now in the upper right-hand corner. Now you've taken care of something that you know you're going to have to tend to anyway, and you take care of it at this time of year. And that way you are not at the back of the line. Take care of it now. Design Air Heating and Cooling. We are enjoying some warm weather. DesignAirService.com, the official HVAC provider of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Now, Beer Cats has issued a statement in response, and he says, coming from the same dork who said Monday we wouldn't break 70 until Saturday, he's trash. Go pull that audio, Boots. That's from Beer Cats.
Gosh. Oh. Gosh.
I don't believe I said that.
Well,
but I also didn't say it was going to be 80. I mean, nobody knew it was going to be 80. I mean, these things change. I mean, we had a front come in, high pressure system, and okay, I see it, a high pressure. Well, it's going to be warmer. So I told you what it was going to be.
Yeah, you shipped it.
You're a wise old owl.
Oh, this guy, he's just so banty.
Change is hard. Change is difficult.
And get that golden goose.
Holly Hills Hustler. Iggy, everyone said yesterday, just stop it.
Everyone? Did you hear the audio of what Tim was reading on his apps? So it's everyone. And if you mean me as everyone, yeah, you're right. Why do you care so much about my life?
Guys, serious question. Is it meta, or is Iggy really this much of a narcissist? Thanks. That's Steve, and he's over in Wildwood at the moment,
Steve
Doug.
in Wildwood. Okay.
I probably trash myself more than other people. I don't.
Is that the definition of narcissism?
Isn't that you think highly of yourself?
No, that's me. Doug, narcissism, neurotic narcissism, self-importance, are they the same or are they different?
That sounds about the same.
636-9004-TMA. Email in your thoughts.
I think that's what people think of when they call you someone a narcissist, is that they think they're better than everybody else.
Narcissism is extreme self-involvement to the degree that it makes a person ignore the needs of those around them.
Okay.
Well, I don't do that. I'm always thinking about the people around me.
What needs have you met? The people around you.
You've sassified the listeners' wives.
Well, yeah, when they need it, they need it.
Wives?
Flip that off.
They come to me, and I just take care of it.
And you service them.
No,
that off.
Now, maybe this is a narcissist when I say, I think I'm a nice guy. I try to be nice to people, and I try to help people out when they need it. So is that a narcissist?
I don't think that would be the definition.
That I'm praising. I'm not praising myself for doing it, but that definition that Jackson gave is not me. Yeah, Michael Jean was he was a mean lesbian.
Oh.
Iggy's been on fire with these forecasts. Tell all these walruses to get out of here and go post on that loser fan page. That's from the Green Park Goblin.
Good text. GPG.
I had a big day yesterday. I think I blocked 40 people yesterday.
40?
You blocked Iggy. Doug, we really do need to have an intervention.
Who'd you block?
No, it was no big deal. I just saw it.
Cut that off.
I saw.
Yeah, more people
Was you on the golf course with the Plowhawk?
Yeah, then when I got home, I was just sitting outside smoking.
So you're eating that chicken that had been in the crock pot blocking people.
I'd take a shower, I ate, and I sat outside.
8 an hour.
It was still like 75 degrees at like 6. I sat outside and smoking a cigarette. I was on the fan page checking out stuff, and somebody said he is the worst. He needs to get off the air. And then like 21 people liked it. I said, that's fine. At least 21 agree with him, so they're gone.
Block him!
Man, this
You
is
blocked all 21? Block them!
Yeah.
You went to the likes.
I don't
need the comment.
I just don't need to see it anymore. Then if they're blocked, I don't need to see the crap they put up there, so I don't care. But it's just easier to do it than if I see it.
Now, if you block them, you won't see their likes and their comments?
No, they won't see it. They won't see mine either, so.
Oh.
Which is fine. Then I don't have to comment on stuff.
Block.
I don't have to see it. Pretty soon I'll get to the point that I'll have I only have following 50 people on there, and those are the 50 people I enjoy, so it'll be
Your life will
nice.
be happier.
So look at all the nice posts.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Guys like Beer Cats and Starfish on the fan pin are the worst. They have these weird rage boners when it comes to Iggy. It's strange AF. Who's Starfish? I know who Beer Cats is. I've known Beer Cats for like 15 years.
Yeah, I don't know who Starfish is.
Doug, who is Starfish?
I don't know who Starfish is. I don't know.
Doug, the fan page is much better when you have about 25 people blocked. That's from the Loomster.
I would think it would
a completely different page, I'm sure. because it's not as active with those same 8 or 9 people.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty quiet soon because I'll be well over 100 pretty soon.
This big pig.
Excuse me?
That's a person? Are you talking about
What's going on? Doug, are we going to have a roast?
Now, Big Pig in that app text, he's very banty.
Uh-oh, what's going on? Doug, do you see Big Pig's messages?
No. Doesn't like the breathing, less talky, more droppy.
Well, that hasn't happened.
He's very active. Big Pig.
Why would you
I
concern
see it.
yourself?
You pathetic old man, get a life. That's from Big Pig.
Oh.
Well, I have a life. What life do you want me to get? That
He used to intern for us.
Big Pig
Did he? Must have enjoyed himself here, Willis.
He really loved the show.
It did not last very long.
No, I mean, we've had, with the show being on a couple decades, we've had a lot of interns. We got Evil David Letterman. We had the guy who pissed outside of the toilet.
Was he a large, porcine fellow when he was here interning?
No, not as I recall. No, maybe he's bulked up over the years. I don't know.
We literally had a guy peeing in a grate.
We did.
Next to a toilet.
The toilet was available.
Right there.
But he chose the grate.
There's so much I don't understand about what goes on here.
Tim, yes, one of your people is urinating in a grate in our bathroom, and I'd like you to tend to it.
And the toilet's right there.
Sounds good.
It's like throwing up in a sink when the toilet's right there.
Now, was that a passive-aggressive shot at your experience?
Pretty much, yeah. Not passive-aggressive. I was just...
Aggressive.
It's pretty much the same thing as peeing in a grate when the toilet's right there. I'm just going to... Do I lean over here a foot? Nah. Right there.
Oh, that was a nice vomit noise.
Peeing in a grate, isn't that like something you do if you were really drunk and you thought it was funny?
At that point, you
maybe
don't even
one
look for a
time if
grate,
you're
though.
plastered, you'd do that. Look at me. Other than that, no.
Chris Raby is listening to the show this morning, and he says it's officially dork hunting season, and I smell piggy. Chris Raby, Dougie's going on dork hunting season.
Okay.
And thank you to Chris. He's a man of his word. And you didn't even send me that screenshot because I trust you. But we made that bet last week.
That's right. $250 you ship, baby.
He went online, the MegaMaraFoundation.org, and put $250 in there. So
what a treat.
You are a gentleman, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Big Pig, come on over Friday, and I'll make you squeal like that Ledoux slut, you oinky bitch. That's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville.
Boy.
Where's my suspension log? Here it
Anybody's
is
got a
right
shot
now
at
in my
him.
hand. Okay.
You won't tell anyone I'm gay, will you?
This is the third.
I haven't heard him in a while.
Recovering alcoholic suspended again. Suspended a period of 2 days' time. His name is going into the leather-bound suspension logule.
I blocked the foremost banty people on the fan pin, and the page is 1,000 times better. That's from the Hunchback of Von Castle. Jackson, I believe as administrators, we don't have that option.
No.
We see even if somebody is blocked, we still see everything.
Yep. Yeah, unless it gets pulled by Facebook, then for whatever reason we can't see it.
Yeah, that's weird. When things get pulled, and then they'll say this person's post has been deleted, and they need post approval. You can't see what they posted, which is such a strange thing.
Right. It's like we pulled 7 pieces of content. It's like, all right, well, let me see what they were. And then they're like, Facebook will not show you. It's like, well, then how are we supposed to know what's allowed and what's not?
It really is. That's a recent development, and it's strange.
Now, you two can block people, right? As administrators?
Boot.
Oh yeah.
Boot.
Okay. But Facebook is pulling people or suspending people, or blocking, or pulling posts. And again, they're pulling posts that aren't even just like recent. They're going back into 2016 and 2017.
Yeah, I'll see some posts on there, and I'll be like, oh, in 3 years, this will get pulled.
That's weird.
Guys, can you change my name to the Great Urinator? Oh. Jackson, there you go. Assignment for you. That's in the...
I don't know if I will.
I wouldn't do it if I was you.
Was this in the text line?
That was coming in the same folder that Big Pig is active in.
Oh, well, I can't change that.
Man, we have so
that's
many
on,
platforms.
I can only change text names. Can't change anyone else's names.
Iggy, why would you block the listeners that allow you to have this show? We want more taint-smashing talk. Take your punishment, LOL, JK. That's from Daniel Dayhole Lewis. Doug, he's a character. He really gets into his characters, and even when they cut, he stays in character.
Yeah, I know. He takes it a little too seriously. He was Lincoln, right?
3 Oscars.
Yeah, you guys can all say what you want. I know who's kidding. I know who's just having fun. And I know who really just is bitter. Yeah, it's part of the show. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it's
It does bother you.
a lot of
40 people yesterday.
then they don't bother me. It's just I don't have to see him anymore. It's just I see him. Oh God, I'll just block him. I don't have to see that anymore.
Oh, I don't blame you.
I don't sit home and yell. Oh, I can't believe you said that about me. I'm sure I rub a lot of people the wrong way. But I'm also fortunate to have a lot of people that like me on the show and they're friends. But the ones that don't, it's no big deal. It's just say what you want. I just don't have to see it anymore. Everybody else can see it. I just don't need to see it. Because sometimes one will get really, really mean.
Yeah, blocking.
And I'm afraid that I'll just say something. So instead of doing that, if I just block them, I won't have to see that stuff anymore.
What did the Greg Lansky tweet say?
That's a question.
See, I get upset about little things like that. So,
guys, the best way to make your fan page experience better is to block the most active users. Hey, dude, nobody cares about your personal life. I'm here for TMA material, not your dog. That's from the 618.
Okay, well,
Wish
that
I had
makes
a bell.
sense to me.
no, those don't bother me. I mean, post pictures of your food,
Yeah, come on,
and
dog dreads.
your liquor, and your dog, and things. I mean, that's fine.
But what about when somebody is traveling? You don't like that?
Well, unless you really are traveling, but it's mostly lies.
So people show
I'm
up
heading-
on the fan page.
I'm heading to Paris.
tell
Any good
people they're
spots
going
for
to Paris.
bagels? No.
I thought what you didn't like is someone saying "Happy birthday, babe" to their wife or husband when they could just kind of turn over next to them in bed and say that.
That too.
Hey, headed on a helicopter tour in the Bermuda Triangle. We're at the nearest Five Guys.
Leg day.
Leg day.
Yeah, that's another one, yeah. In the gym, lifting weights. Now, I saw one the other day that went above and beyond birthdays.